And once again, welcome back, everybody. We started off with a good morning, and now it is a good afternoon after a weather delay. Part two. This was supposed to be a Friday game played, but they moved it to Saturday morning due to the oppressive heat in the area all last week. And then we get here right before kickoff, and the weather opened up. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
All right, welcome back one more time here to Belleville East High School. I got caught with the national anthem being played as soon as I came on the air, so we apologize for that. We are back, and we are just about ready to go. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler with you, and we're happy that you decided to stick it out and hang out with us. I don't know if I didn't have anything better to do. How about you, Chris?
No, not better to do. Maybe a few other plans I wanted to do, but this comes first, and let's do the game.
Yeah. All right. Let's we know that they did the coin toss, I think, during the very first part of the morning when we were ready to go on at 10 o'clock for that 10 o'clock start, but we're not sure who won the coin toss, so we'll have to wait to find out who gets the ball first, but a little more information we can pass along to you. Let's talk about last year for both of these teams. We'll begin with Collinsville. Last year, almost 2,100 yards rushing, 33 rushing touchdowns. Collinsville averaged 189 yards per game on the ground, and that came out to about 5.8 yards per carry. Almost 1,400 yards through the air last year, 125 yards per game passing, 8 touchdowns through the air, 13 yards per catch. You add all that up, and that was over 4,000 all-purpose yards, and it equals out to about a little over 380 yards of offense per game. Offensively for Belleville East, they bring back a quarterback with some varsity reps from last year. Last year, their top 2 running backs, they lost their top 2 running backs and bring back a strong wide receiver core. Last year, Belleville East put up almost 1,500 yards of rushing. They scored 23 rushing touchdowns. They averaged 145 rushing yards per game, and that averaged out to about 5.5 per carry. Over 1,500 yards through the air last year for the Lancers, 150 yards per game passing, 16 passing touchdowns, 12.3 yards per catch, and 3,800 all-purpose yards, and they also averaged about 380 yards per game. So, Chris Kettler, you take a look at both of those things I just said on both offenses, and they almost mirrored each other last year.
Yeah, 2 real good teams that could get it done offensively when they needed to. The game between them was a little bit more of a couple big plays here and there type of game, but it was a successful season, especially for the Kahawks making that playoff.
Sure was.
Run.
All right, let's talk about the defense for Collinsville last year. 12 interceptions, 87 yards gained after those interceptions. They created 8 fumbles and a net gain of 25 yards with those fumbles. They sacked the opposing quarterback 7 times, and that equaled a total loss of 33 yards in those quarterback sacks. For Belleville East, 14 interceptions last year for a whopping 388 yards gained after those interceptions. 11 fumbles recovered by Belleville East last year with a net gain of 20 yards, and they had 16 quarterback sacks as a defense, and the opponents lost 52 yards on those quarterback sacks. So if you look at last year's numbers there, Chris, probably got to give the edge to Belleville East.
Yeah, and that definitely showed when these two teams matched up last year. Really defensively, Belleville East was some tough matchups there, and they really cleaned up on some of the lower level teams that they played and knocked them around.
Special teams, talk about those. Collinsville had 31 extra points kicked, 2 field goals, 3 2-point conversions, and 1 safety. And for Belleville East, 18 extra points kicked. No field goals last year for Belleville East. They had 5 2-point conversions, and they did not register a safety last year. So a little bit of a check mark there for Collinsville in that department. But this is a new year, and the special teams players are not the same as they was last year.
Yeah, it was Chai last year kicking. He was pretty dependable there. They gave him some shots for some long field goals and dependable on them extra points. So it's a little new kicking core this year. We'll see how that part goes for the Kahawks.
Yeah, that we will. Of course, we already have talked about, we did with the coach. If you want to hear the pregame interview, that part we did get on the air live, but it is on the YouTube page right now. So if you would like to hear the coach's comments about last year and this season, well, you can do so. So Belleville East is here. They have on the sky blue jerseys. As you can see right below us, we are on the Belleville East sideline. Across the way are the Collinsville Kahawks. They're here in their all-white uniforms, and a bunch of the Kahawk faithful have stuck around. Got a couple of canopies over there in the stands as well. Smart people.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really raining anymore or not, but there still could be some around here as you go along, so why not leave that up?
I don't think it is raining anymore.
That's good. Looks like
coaches have decided to go outside the press box. This is where they originally had us set up, but laptops and headphones and mixer boards and all that stuff, it doesn't mix with the rain very well. So
looks like everybody got a good spot here, and we'll be ready to go. So it looks like the Kahawks
are going to receive.
Getting ready to receive here. We got Chase Reynolds and
Amari Rogers.
Amari Berry.
Amari Rogers.
Yeah. 14, not 4.
And Chase Reynolds are back deep to collect this kickoff, as Belleville East has not put their kickoff team on the field as of now. Collinsville is ready to go. We're waiting for Belleville East to get ready. So for Collinsville, they'll be on offense first. Here's what their starters look like. At quarterback, number 5, Darren Pinnell, the 6'1", 175-pound senior. Zay Norton is the lone running back, the featured running back. Number 33, 5'10", 210-pound senior. Your wide receivers are KJ Thorpes-Watt, the 6'2", 180-pound senior. Isaiah Gordon, the 5'10", 160-pound senior. And Amari Rogers, 5'11", 180-pound junior. Your tight end is Devin Habermill, the 6'2", 230-pound junior. And then on the front line, you'll have at left tackle Caden Hearn, the 6', 265-pound junior. The left guard is Edward Kircher, the 5'11", 210-pound senior. The center is Corey Patton, the 5'10", 215-pound senior. The right guard is Thomas Kohler, the 5'11", 250-pound senior. And the right tackle, Jack Shepard, the 6', 250-pound junior. We are underway. Kick is high and about the 15-yard line. Chase Reynolds takes it over, cuts across the 20, and gets up to about the 24-yard line before he is brought down. And then a late flag over here on this near side sideline came flying in right at the end.
Didn't see that myself personally.
That's a shove in the back, or a legal block in the back.
Yeah, looks like.
If it's an illegal block in the back, obviously that's going to go against Collinsville.
Push the Kahawks back.
Yeah.
So already a mistake here on special teams.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. An illegal block in the back against Collinsville. So instead of starting off on the 24, they are going to start off on the 19-yard line. Of course, Darren Pinnell in there. No reps at quarterback last year. Chase Reynolds is the only one on the field that took any reps last year at quarterback for Collinsville. He went 0 for 1, so he threw one pass and it fell incomplete. Actually, they're going to move Collinsville all the way back to the 14-yard line.
It's like the 12. I guess they marched it off half the distance to the goal from the 24, and we'll start at the 12.
All right, so Darren Pinnell is at quarterback. He stands in shotgun. Zay Norton, he's the lone setback. 3 wide receivers on the far, Nimty on the near. Handoff goes to Norton. Norton gets met right at the 10-yard line. Ball pops out. Belleville East is going to recover maybe as that ball ends up going out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Collinsville, and Collinsville got lucky there.
Yeah, big break there. The ball was wide open there. 2 Belleville East guys got it. You saw a puddle of water kind of pop up there, and the bodies just bounced around, allowed the ball to go out of bounds there, and no one recovered it cleanly. So in this game, it stays with the team with the previous possession.
So Collinsville finds themselves in a hole now.
Yeah, backed up to the
Second
5.
down and 18, ball on the 5-yard line. And they break out a huddle. This time they bring a wide receiver over here on the near side. That's Isaiah Gordon, 2 wide receivers on the far side. Pennell in shotgun, takes a high snap. He's back in his own end zone. Throws the ball out, just out the outstretched hands there of Ryan McIntyre. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for Collinsville on their first possession.
All the receivers running out routes there, and then you bring McIntyre around the wheel in the backfield there, and they just can't connect on that pass.
So Collinsville facing a 3rd down and 18 from the shadows of their own goalposts, if there were shadows here. No sunshine, so Collinsville trying to dig themselves out of an early hole here. They've got to get all the way up to the 23-yard line for a 1st down. Here's Pennell back in the end zone once again. He passes, and he does so right at the 5-yard line, and immediately he is brought down by Jalen Williams for Belleville East. So Collinsville 3 and out. They're going to have to punt on their first possession.
Collinsville not anticipating a lot of time there to get that pass off. They just dump it off on a screen-like play there to McIntyre, who doesn't get much running room. The Cahoks will have to punt from the end zone. And is this McIntyre punting? Or yeah, he's the punter.
McIntyre the punter. Marlon Fluker is back at the Collinsville 40-yard line to collect this punt. It's a low one, and he picks it up, does McIntyre. Nice job of getting that out of there before that ended up going across the line. And Belleville East is just going to let it roll, and it's going to stop right into Belleville East territory, and it'll be touched up at the Lancers' 47-yard line.
Just barely got that off, and then some generous rolling there back on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Armand Vinson is the quarterback this year for Belleville East. He came in and played the last 3 games of the year last year for the Lancers and won the 2 games that got them into the playoffs before losing that playoff game. Vinson last year, 39 of 57, 68.4% completion rate, 697 yards. He threw 9 touchdown passes and 1 interception for a quarterback rating of 151.6. In the backfield, Brandon Coleman is the featured back here for the Lancers as they start off in shotgun, and a little sideline throw. That is going to go to Khalil Walker, and he finds a little bit of room, has a 1st down in the Collinsville territory all the way up to the Kahok 37-yard line.
Waller finds some running room there after he makes the catch, makes a few guys miss. Finally brought down about 15 yards up the field.
So Brandon Coleman, the featured running back, Marvarius Curiton and Moisey Trimble is who he replaces. Here's a throw down the middle. Wide open was Desmond Clark, and Clark is going to pick up another Lancers 1st down before he's finally brought down at the Kahok 20. Not the way Collinsville expected this first set of series to go for themselves or defensively against the Lancers.
Clark with some speed to get up the field there. Didn't seem like the Cahoks really reacted there. And now inside the 20 for Belleville East.
Fresh set of downs for the Lancers. They have it 1st and 10 from the Collinsville 19. One lone running back once again. Here's the snap. And Vincent back to pass down the middle, and he overthrows his intended receiver, Desmond Clark, once again.
And once again, Clark gets up the field real fast. Vincent sees him, but just overthrew him that time.
So a 2nd down and 10 for Belleville East. All their other plays have been on 1st down, so this is their first go with a 2nd down opportunity. So 2nd down and 10 from the 19-yard line. This time Vincent is under center. Tight formation, 1 wide receiver on either side. The pitch is going to go back into the backfield, and Brandon Coleman is going to scoot it over toward the sideline area, but he won't get very far. He gained about 4 on the play, and that'll take it up to the 16-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Arms does get the tackle there after Coleman makes the first guy miss.
And Clark will check back in, and Belleville East trying to go forward once again. Defensively for Collinsville, your defensive ends are Zach Howe and Devin Habermill. Your nose tackle is Thomas Kohler. Linebackers, Zayd Norton, Roland Arms, and Michael Tongay. As we have a snap, and there's not a lot of room to move there. There's going to be a loss of about a half a yard on the play, so that's going to bring up 4th down for Belleville East, and we'll see how they want to play this.
Good penetration there by the Kahok defense that time, and Second man through is Tongay there, and he wraps up for the tackle. And be fourth down here. And you said Belleville East didn't attempt any field goals last year, right? And it doesn't look like they're going to go for one this time.
Fourth down and about 7 to go for a first down, so they're going to take a chance here. They're trying to get Collinsville to jump off sides, and that's exactly what they do. So they'll get 5 of those back, and they'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Rest of the defensive starters for Collinsville, Ryan McIntyre and Chase Reynolds in the backfield as the Joker and the Rover respectively. Your cornerbacks, Darren Pinnell and Isaiah Gordon, and your free safety is Amari Berry.
Yeah, so this is much shorter now, 4th and 2. All their plays they ran so far have gained at least 2 yards.
4th and 2, quarterback keep. Vincent gets stopped initially, but then he gets thrown across the line, and that's going to be real close to a first down. But I don't know if Collinsville is saying that did he fumble that ball? I guess he did. Well, they turn over on down, so he didn't get enough for the first down, and Collinsville will get the ball back.
Habermill with the first grab there on Vincent, and then he kind of eluded Habermill a little bit and fell in the arms of his own guy, who kind of knocked the ball out of his own quarterback's hands.
So Collinsville gets the ball back, but they are very deep in their own territory. Ball sitting on their own 10-yard line. And after no traction in the first set of downs for Collinsville, they'll try to see if they can gain some traction here. 2 wide receiver, make that 3 wide receivers, all on the far side. Empty over here on the near side. Pinnell once again in shotgun as a man comes into motion. And the man gets the flip of the ball and coming around. Not any room to move. That's going to be another loss for Collinsville on the play, about 6 yards, and it's going to put them all the way back to their 4-yard line after the pitch to Amari Rogers didn't work out.
Yeah, he was running the end around there trying to turn that corner, and then the Lee's player gets his hand out there and grabs Amari Rogers' shirt there and was able to slow him down and wrap him up in a big loss.
So Pinnell is going to be quarterbacking from his own end zone once again. Collinsville looking for a positive yardage play here. They'll hand the ball off. Up the middle it goes. And Zay Norton has a little room and does get some positive yardage all the way out to the 15-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 here for Collinsville.
Yeah, Norton finally getting his first carry there. Ping-pongs off a couple of guys there. Like Coach said in the pregame there, somebody heard it, he's not going to be the speediest guy, but he's going to be hard to bring down, and especially late in the game when you get tired.
What do you call him, a bruiser?
Yeah, big bruiser.
Big bruiser. So it's 3rd down and 5 for Collinsville. They just need 5 yards for a first. Pinnell once again in shotgun, and Norton gets the handoff, goes up the middle, does a zig, but can't get the zag in, and he'll be stopped at the 15-yard line, and it's going to bring up another 4th down here for Collinsville.
Yeah, it's just lost on the lines there. Offensive line just wasn't able to stick with it there and give him any more running room. The Cowboys will be forced to punt.
So the second possession and the second punt now for Collinsville. Marlon Fluker once again will stand back near midfield as McIntyre will go back to punt once again.
He had picked the one up off the ground before. And when you're doing that, you got to be sure that your knee doesn't hit the ground or you're going to be down.
Devin Habermill is the long snapper for Collinsville. A little bit better of a snap. End over end kick. That's going to take a big bounce, and luckily for Collinsville, it rolls a little bit, but not as much as the last one did. And Belleville East is going to have good field position once again, starting at Collinsville's 40.
Nothing going for the Kahok offense yet as they search for it here on the first 2 possessions, and Belleville East got into the red zone and couldn't score.
6:44 left to play here in the first quarter. No score yet between Collinsville and Belleville East. Lancers have had a little bit of a better opportunity on offense. They've moved the ball, but they stalled out on a 4th and 2 on their last possession. So we'll see what Vincent and company have up their sleeve this go-round.
Need one more guy out here.
Yeah, coming on late there is Jaden Harrington. So it'll be Vincent in shotgun. I believe that's Chase Boyd to his right, but Vincent's throwing deep. He's got a man wide open. Over the shoulder catch. Keithan Jones. Touchdown, Belleville East.
Yeah, Jones just really outran Gordon there. He had 5 yards on him. Almost an easy touchdown for Belleville East. You know, outburn your guy by that much, you should get that score.
The Lancers jump out to a 6-0 lead. Pending the extra point try here, or if they're going to go for 2. Got some latecomers onto this sequence as well. All right, they are going to go for a kick, and here is LaCorey Brown, who's going to try this extra point try, I believe. No, that is not him. That is Grayson Parker. Grayson Parker, ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So 7-0 in favor of Belleville East. That'll take us to our first commercial break, and we'll be back for the next possession for Collinsville right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Belleville East with a 7-0 lead on a 40-yard touchdown pass. And the kickoff ensuing is caught at the 10-yard line. And bringing the ball up is Chase Reynolds, and he'll make it all the way out to the 25-yard line. A late flag just now thrown at the end of that play. And let's hope Collinsville didn't shoot themselves in the foot again. I think he's pointing at Belleville East. This is going to be a holding call against the Lancers, so Collinsville will have a better starting field position than the 24-yard line, which is where the ball sits right now. Face mask.
That'll help the Kahoks there. It'll be free 15
yeah,
yards.
15 yards.
Bring this out to near the 40-yard line.
Yep. It'll be about the 38, 39-yard line.
Kahoks been back in their own end zone area for the first two possessions. Couldn't get out there. Now this will move it out more towards center field.
So obviously the best starting field position for Collinsville up to this point in the contest. 6.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Lancers lead 7-0. Pennell back at quarterback, back in shotgun. Two wide receivers on the far, one on the near. Here's a keeper by Pennell. He gets across the line of scrimmage. He turns it over to the right. Got tripped up just at the last moment, or else he probably would have gotten himself a first down. But Belleville East saved the movement on the chains on a nice open field tackle there on the shoestrings by Caden Flowers.
So I'd like to see there, just with the athletic ability of Pennell to come out there. He'll carry the ball some himself. Definitely want to have the ball in his hands, not just throwing it.
So 2nd down and 3 for Collinsville as they approach midfield. Ball sits on their own 46-yard line. They get to the 49-yard line for a first down. Here's a snap high. Pennell takes it, goes back to throw, finds the far side. He's got a man open, but there was some contact made over there, but no flag thrown.
KJ really battling there with Camelo Patton of Belleville East. They're stride for stride with each other. The throw was right on. Just some good defense there. Not too much.
Just a little bit more arc and a little farther on that one. I think KJ would have had a better opportunity. He had to kind of come back for it. And when he did, that's when the body contact happened, but it goes down as an incomplete pass, brings up 3rd down and 3, stops the clock at 5:48 to play here in the first quarter. KJ Thorpes-Watt sets up as the wide receiver over on the far side. In the slot over here on the near side is Chase Reynolds. Here is Jaron Pennell. He goes up the middle again. He still goes, and he reaches out for a first down right at the 50-yard stripe.
Yeah, he willed himself forward there as he was hit about a yard short of the first down and survived through that hit, and as he fell, landed right at the midfield logo for the first down.
So the first down for Collinsville here in this game comes with 5:36 left to go in the first quarter. As Collinsville tries to answer the touchdown put on at the last drive by Belleville East. There once again, Darren Pennell in shotgun. He has Chase Reynolds in motion. Pennell keeps it again and gets some pressure in the backfield, and he is taken down by Justin Spears for a big loss on the play.
Pinnell had to really leap a little higher than he was expecting to get that ball, and then wasn't really able to set his feet and get going. In some ways, a busted play from the start.
So they'll bring up a 2nd down and 16 now for Collinsville. A lot of ground to make up there. They have to get all the way down to the Lancers' 40-yard line for a 1st down. All right, now back in their own territory after a brief smell of the enemy's territory. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. Tucks it down, goes up the middle, throws on the run, has a man. I believe that is Zay Norton over there in front of his own bench, and he gets it up to about the 45-yard line, but they're going to say he never did have control of it, and that's an incomplete pass. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, Norton fell down as he had to slightly come back to the ball and didn't survive the ground, dropped the ball, and the 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and 16 for Collinsville, trying to get another 1st down here on this possession. And 2 wide receivers break out over here on this near side. Isaiah Gordon along with Rogers. Here is Pinnell back to pass. He steps up to the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play, and that one eludes the hands of K.J. Thorpe's Watt, and he took a big hit after the ball was deflected off of his hands. But we are going to, I think this is going to go against Collinsville, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to call holding on Collinsville with this incomplete pass, and I'm sure Belleville East will decline this and take this to 4th down.
Yep. Well, that's Belleville East will decline, so it'll bring up 4th down. McIntyre back to punt again, and Fluker is back at his own 25-yard line. So Collinsville got a 1st down, moved the ball a little bit, little signs of a glimmer of an offense there, and well, hope to do better on next possession. But right now, Belleville East going to get the ball back. McIntyre punt. That's a spinner. That one's going to hit the ground, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Lancers will start their 3rd possession.
Now we're going to get another defensive stop here. Make this quick and get the ball right back. Belleville East scored real quickly and also moved the ball well on their 1st possession before the turnover. Like to flip the field here and go from there on your offensive possession.
Yeah, this would be a nice spot to get a fumble, interception, or some kind of turnover. Give Collinsville the ball back in enemy territory. Right now, the Lancers have the ball on offense. Vincent is in shotgun once again. One lone setback throw to the sideline is complete to Fluker, and he is immediately met by Chase Reynolds, and I think he got maybe a yard on the play.
Finally, Reynolds had to shake through the blocks there just to get to him. Small.
Yeah, about
loss.
a half a yard gain from the 25-yard line to the 25.5-yard line. So not much doing there for Belleville East. And it's 2nd down and 10 for the Lancers. Chase Boyd gets the fake handoff. Throw is up the middle, and it is complete to Desmond Clark. And Clark gets up to a 30-yard line before he's finally brought down. So a gain of 5 will bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Lancers.
Clark with the reception there, but the secondary really contains it there. As, Arms finishes off with the tackle there as McIntyre was the first to contain.
They're going to call it 3rd down and 4, so a gain of 6 on the play. 2 wide receivers go on the far side, 1 on the near side. 1 lone running back stands to the left of Vincent. And Collinsville jumped off sides. That was Chase Reynolds, and that's going to give the Lancers a 1st down. Second offside penalty for Collinsville here today so far.
That will give them the 1st down.
So the ball gets placed up on the 36-yard line. Fresh set of downs now for the Lancers. 3:40 left to play here in this 1st quarter. So 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Chase Boyd. Boyd has some room, and he's close to picking up another 1st down as he approaches midfield with a gain of about 9 on the play. No, they're going to go ahead and give him 10, and they're going to say to move the chains.
Boyd with a good run there. He really had to eye up them holes that his line was putting out there for him. Found his way through and, gets the 1st down.
Clock continues to move now. 3:20 left to play here in this opening quarter. Belleville East with a lead. They're looking for more. Collinsville's looking for a stop. Here's the handoff to Boyd. Oh, he gets a big hit right at the 49-yard line. Gained about 3 on the play, but he paid for it at the end.
Just ran into a wall there.
Roberts. Caden Hearn also in there. Rolling arms.
Yeah, rolling arms with the big hit.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll call his name a lot this year. So 49-yard line, 2nd down and 7 to go here for Belleville East. Wide receiver on the far side, Khalil Waller. Lines up by himself, 3 stacked up over here on this near side. Back to pass is Vincent. He tries the left side, and he's got a man open, and oh boy, what a nice catch there by Khalil Waller as he got big-time separation from the Collinsville defensive back, Darren Pennell.
Well, Pennell fell down.
Yeah, he fell down, and that created the separation, and then the rest of it was just Waller with a nice catch.
He could have just stayed upright and stayed with it. He could have caught it in stride and just eased himself under the end zone there because he had all the space in the world after Pennell fell down.
2:25 and counting here in the first, and another flag on the play. Is that another offside call? It is. Another offside call against Collinsville. That's their 3rd here in the first quarter.
Yeah. Just encroaching in is an immediate penalty here in high school.
So that'll move the ball all the way down to the Collinsville 10-yard line.
1st and 5. So now your playbook is pretty wide open. You can look at the end zone here, and if you don't get this, you'll still be set up to get a 2nd and 5.
Yep. 2:13 left to play here in this opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Lancers. They're looking for more. And once again, Vincent in shotgun has Boyd over to his right. Now back to passes Vincent. He rolls out to his right. He's getting all kinds of pressure from Collinsville. Devin Habermill trying to track him down. He can't. And into the back of the end zone. It goes through Folker's hands. And then at the very end, it went through the hands of Justin Spears back on that line of the end zone.
Credit to Vincent to stay with that. He's got Howe and Habermill trying to chase him down. Spears was the guy in the back of the end zone with the second chance, and neither of them came up with it.
Well, that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 now for the Lancers. Again, they can get down to the 5-yard line for another fresh set of downs. And we'll see what they dial up here. As Amarin Vincent stands in the shotgun once again. Looks over to the sideline for a finalization of the plays. One running back, and he gets the ball, does Brandon Coleman, and Coleman tries the left. Another flag comes in. Flag came in from the backfield and the secondary.
They're going to get 55. Taywan Thomas on some holds here. And this will push Belleville East back.
Holding against the Lancers, so
yeah, I would say 55. Maybe there might have been another hold also in there.
that'll put them all the way back on the 20, or yeah. So instead of and 5 to go, it's going to be an and 15.
Yeah, so that's 10 yards in the previous spot. I believe that's what the new rules on how they enforce the holding penalties this year. It used to be, you know, when you were in the backfield, it would be marched off from the spot of the foul, but it's changed.
Here's the snap. Vincent, he's looking to pass. Now he steps up, but he steps up right into a bunch of Kahawks. They take him down at the 25-yard line. That's another loss of 5 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 20. And Collinsville and Caden Hearn put on the wraparound on Vincent and took him down immediately.
Yeah, and with assist from Habermill, some big guys bring him down with some force.
So 3rd down and 20 now for Belleville East as we approach 1:10 left to play here in this first quarter. Vincent in shotgun once again. Man in the motion comes from far to near. One lone setback is Coleman. Back to pass is Vincent. He looks near side. He throws near side. He's got Folker in the end zone, and he dropped it. Nice coverage over there for Collinsville. I believe Ryan McIntyre in there.
McIntyre and also Gordon in there. They both stopped Fluker from getting that one. Pass was right on.
So 4th down and 19. Clock stops at 58 seconds. And a big 4th down here for Belleville East. And sure looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Not enough room to punt, too far for a field goal, so really you don't have much of a choice. Coleman is the lone running back. He's over the right-hand shoulder of Vinson. Here's the snap. Vinson back to pass. He looks down the middle. He throws down the middle. He's got a man open, but a nice play right at the very end there by Collinsville's Isaiah Gordon to break that up. And Collinsville will take over possession with 51.7 seconds remaining.
Back-to-back plays with CB Gordon breaking up the pass plays there, and almost certainly should have been a touchdown for Belleville East if the receiver hadn't fallen down, lost his footing, but works out for the Kahawks as they get this stop.
Big stop there by the Collinsville defense. Now they can get their offense going and get this thing tied up before we head into the second quarter. Well, not before. We have only 51.7 seconds left, but you know what I mean. Here's Pinnell. He's going to hand the ball off to Norton. Norton cuts it over to the left just a smidge, and he got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a half a yard after that.
Tried to make that second move to his left and find some more running room there, but he was tripped up quickly. Small gain.
So Collinsville will have at least one more play before the end of the first quarter, as we're down to the final 25 seconds of the first quarter. Nelson comes in late, and heading out is Isaiah Gordon. Pinnell in motion once again, or excuse me, in shotgun once again. Goes back to pass, has it up, throws it into the ground. So that'll stop the clock with 10.4 seconds left. So Collinsville will get one more play, but it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yep, that time Pinnell's looking for Rogers inside, but throws it at his feet.
Yeah, he did.
3 guys.
They try to dry off that football after every play, but you know after it hits that, when it's set down on that turf, it's got a little wetness on it again, so it might have slipped out of Pinnell's hands.
Umpire here has a towel, and maybe he just
I'm sure the towel's wet by now.
Didn't get a chance to dry the Kahawks ball off yet.
Here's a snap. Pinnell, overthrows everybody. That's going to bring up 4th down, and that's going to stop the clock with 6.1 seconds. So I thought Collinsville was going to run us out of the first quarter here, but a couple of incomplete passes have stopped the clock, and now Collinsville is going to have to punt. And it's going to be the 3rd punt for McIntyre here this afternoon, as Folker now will stand back near his own 40-yard line.
What wind we do have is going to be kind of at his back here, so
A little bit, not much.
so maybe better to punt here on this end of it, but this should finish the first quarter off.
Fluker has been back to return the previous 2 punts, but never got near him. Here's the snap, and McIntyre kicks another spinner. And Folker is not going to be able to do anything with that one either, and it's going to take a stop down at the 31-yard line just as the buzzer sounds to end the quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Belleville East 7 and Collinsville nothing. We're back with quarter number 2 in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
Once again, welcome back to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. 1 quarter of play in the books. Belleville East has a 7-0 lead on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Vinson to Jones. And that came at the 6:37 mark of the first quarter. And since then, not a lot of offense by either team. Collinsville is still trying to figure out their offense and get the ball moving. Belleville East has got the ball moving, but they've stalled a few times after being in Collinsville territory. So we will flip sides of the field. Lancers will begin yet another possession, and we begin yet another quarter. Armand Vincent, he's going to go underneath center this time, and he'll bring a couple of guys over from the far side to the near side. And a pitch back, and that one's fumbled, and luckily for Brandon Coleman, it bounced right back up into his arms. Man.
He didn't have much time there as Zay Norton wrapped him up. Luckily, the ball just bounced back into his hands. at least as far as Lancers is concerned.
Yeah, lucky for him, not lucky for us. So a loss of 6 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 16. And the defense doing all right except for some offside calls. They've made some big tackles. They've stopped the Lancers when the Lancers really needed a few yards to get another set of downs. And now Vincent will hand the ball off and immediately met. Chase Boyd goes down in a heap, and Rolling Arms met him almost as soon as he got the ball in his hands.
Guy stop on a dime when Rolling Arms gets to him and wraps him up. No extra yards there.
3rd down and 16 now for the Lancers. Need another big stop right here. Collinsville should get the ball back in decent field position if they do. Lancers have faced a couple of 4th downs, but they have chose not to kick a field goal and not to punt. So we have yet to see their punter. 2 wide receivers over on the far side. Tight end set up over here on the near side. High snap. Vincent takes it. He steps up. He's going to look to throw. Trying to direct some traffic. Almost lost the ball. Circling around in the backfield. Now he does lose the ball. It's down at the 10-yard line. Does Collinsville have it?
Referee, I don't think that's what the ref signals. Looks like you held up the fist for 4th down.
Yeah, I believe you are correct, sir. Collinsville players said they had the ball, but the referee said no. That was 4th down, but they will have good field position after Belleville East is going to have to punt. They're going to do so from about their goal line.
Vincent stepped up there and just didn't have anybody to throw it to.
Man, he was
downfield.
running around in circles, wasn't he?
Then he just started running around in circles there, and that was just about disastrous. Coach might need to give him a little talking to and say, just, hey, find a way to throw that one away.
Throw it away.
In high school, you can get outside the pocket and throw it away. That's permitted now, so you don't have to run around like a chicken with your head cut off there and have nothing available to you. So now this will force Belleville East to punt, but they're going to talk about it and call timeout versus the punter. Didn't get out there in time.
They're going to call a timeout. We'll step aside as well. We're back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled
I apologize to Pack Mail. We're going to have to come back to that commercial just a little bit later as we're ready to go. Here is the snap, and the kick is going to be low, and it's not going to make it to McIntyre. It's going to make it all the way out to the 33-yard line, and jumping on top of that was Isaiah Gordon, and it didn't even get to where it was supposed to go.
It didn't even get to the original line of scrimmage for where Belleville East set up for the downs, and the Cats will start inside the 30 as Gordon just falls down on that one. Not a good punt at all. Didn't really get up in the air at all for Parker. Maybe just a little too much for him. Rushed it there, worried about punting from the end zone.
So Collinsville, excellent starting field position on this drive. They will start at their own the Belleville Lancers 27-yard line. And Pinnell in shotgun, takes the high snap, gives it off to McIntyre. McIntyre, he'll get about a yard on the play before he's finally brought down, maybe 2.
Had to do a lot just to get that yard. Had to make a couple of extra jukes and moves there to get that one. Not a lot of running room. Maybe not even a yard.
Yeah. Call it 2nd down, and the scoreboard has 2nd down and 9. Well, they just went from 8 to 9, so instead of a 2-yard gain, it's just a 1-yard gain. 2 wide receivers on the near, 1 on the far, 1 lone running back. Pinnell hands the ball off again to McIntyre. McIntyre has a little bit more room this time, drags some players with him and gets all the way up to the 20-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 7 on the play, and should bring up a 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, much more positive play there. You definitely got more upfield there, and speed worked for him there.
It'd be nice to get this 1st down here on 3rd down so you don't have to try it on 4th down. You need just 3 yards. McIntyre stands over the left shoulder of Pinnell. 2 wide receivers near, 1 far again. This time Pinnell is going to keep it. He zigs, he zags. He's got the first down, and he's inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. So Collinsville will have a fresh set of downs here with 8:20 left to go here in this second quarter.
A good job just letting that develop there for Pinnell. Pulls the ball back, keeps it himself, and gets plenty of space. Gets the first down and more. Kahok's knocking on the door of a touchdown here.
They need one.
Looking to tie this game up.
Yeah, Lancers got the only score in the first quarter. Collinsville trying to get the equalizer here. Again, wide receivers on the near and the far. KJ Thorpe's-Watt over here on the near sideline. Man goes into motion, and again, a handoff directly to the man in motion.
Like a shovel pass there into Rogers Parrott's hands, and as he caught the ball, he just had nowhere to go and got knocked back.
That play worked very well last year when Bagwell did that with Colby Anderson and Darren Pinnell. So far, it has not paid off dividends this year after 2 tries. As Chase Reynolds checks back into the game. Pinnell breaks huddle, and he's got Zay Norton over his left-hand shoulder. Chase Reynolds lines up as a slot receiver on the far side. 2 on each side as far as the receivers are concerned. Pinnell, he's back to pass. Now he'll tuck it in and he'll run, and he'll be brought down right back at the original line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Now just sees he doesn't have anybody open there up
Third
the field.
down.
And there'll be 3rd down after just tucking that in, getting what you can out of that. Cahoks are going to make this 3 or 4 down territory if they would try a field goal if they don't get the first down.
Yeah, they're at the 14-yard line, so we'll see what they have in mind here. They need 10 yards, obviously, to get that first down. I'd like to get the first down right here and not have to worry about 4th down. Here's Pinnell in shotgun. This time he's got, well, now we're going to have a timeout by Collinsville, so we'll step aside for just a moment. Back after this on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Back out at Belleville East High School, 3rd down and 10 here for the Collinsville Kahawks as they get ready. And here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass, rolls, throws, has a man open. Chase Reynolds makes the catch, but he's going to be brought down well short of the first down. He'll be brought down at about the 11-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 6 coming up here for Collinsville.
Pinnell running for his life there just to keep the play going, and finds Reynolds there, but only a short gain. And Canucks are going to go for this.
Looks like they are.
Bring in Habermills as a tight end.
Secret weapon, maybe, eh? So they bring in Habermill. Pinnell stands in shotgun. Has Zay Norton over his left. Pinnell is going to tuck it, and he's going to run, and he's not going to run very far. So the Lancers will get the ball back at their own 14-yard line. And once again, Collinsville will have to trot out their defense. We have 5:38 left to play here in this first half. 7-0 in favor of the Lancers after a first quarter score. And that's all the scoring we've had so far.
So both teams have had a red zone possession that didn't result in any points. I think that last play there, they want to kind of connect with Norton real quickly and get him the ball and have him get those last couple yards after the catch.
Armand Vincent back in shotgun for the Lancers. His lone running back is Chase Boyd, stands over his right-hand shoulder, fake handoff to him, throws it behind the line of scrimmage, and completes it to Desmond Clark. And then Clark ran into a little opposition there and tried to regain his control and move forward, but he just couldn't. Collinsville, they take care of it, and that's going to be a loss of about 1.5 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, it ends up being a loss there. He almost got past the first couple of guys that tried to block him, but they slowed him down, and Canucks finished that one off for the loss.
2nd down and 11 now for the Lancers. Vincent in shotgun once again. 3 wide receivers over here on the near side, and he's going to throw to the near side. Does so, but throws it very, very well short of Fluker.
Yeah, about 3.5 yards in front of him there.
Again, that might be a victim of another wet ball. It's sprinkling right now. No steady rain, but it is still raining.
They've got their umbrellas out.
So 3rd down and 11 for Belleville East. 5 minutes to go and a whistle. Not sure what that's for. What? Some kind of equipment problem or something with number 80 there?
Equipment or some reason that they felt necessary to.
Yeah, Kerry Willis has to trot off, and Khalil Walker comes back in. And he takes one of those slot positions as a wide receiver near the line of scrimmage, and his counterparts. Here is Vincent. He throws. He has Fluker. Fluker being brought down by Darren Pennell. Pennell trying to punch that ball out of there, but when he threw him down, he kind of spun him around and threw him right over where he needed to get the 1st down.
Yeah, once he makes that catch, there was really nobody within 5 yards of him, so he was able to get up the field and get the last couple yards of that 1st down. Kind of soft coverage there from the Canucks there.
4:40 left to play here in this first half. Lancers have a 7-0 lead, looking to tack on. Collinsville playing pretty good defense so far. 3 wide receivers again over here on the near side. Ball is loose. Vincent bobbles it, then takes it and tries to make something out of nothing there, and he's going to end up getting about 3 yards on the play. Man, you got to give Vincent some credit to stay with that bobbled ball.
The guy who went past him there. I guess he kind of collided with the ball. They weren't trying to hand it off. Vincent had to do a juggling act to keep the ball.
Did a pretty good juggling act, too.
And I'm positive they got 4 yards.
Yeah, sure did. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wide receiver, one on each side as they bunch up this formation. They'll pitch it on back to Boyd, and he'll run it up the middle. He'll have a 1st down, and he'll be brought down at their own 45-yard line. That's going to bring up a new set of downs for the Lancers as they approach Collinsville territory.
Wide open hole there. He gets through that one there.
There's a flag. Oh, it's going to come back.
There was a reason for that.
Yeah, I guess so. A little holding will give you a hole, won't it? So, erase all that. And it's going to bring up a little bit of a longer situation here now for Belleville East. Got the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you right at the end of this quarter. I'll give you some scores. I know that the games that were scheduled for today, a lot of them got delayed because of all the storms that moved through. There were a handful of games that were played last night, too, so we'll pass all that information on to you in the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. 2nd down and 17 now for Belleville East. Here's a snap. Vincent fakes the pitch back, but then hands the ball off to Chase Boyd, and Boyd gets almost back up to the original line of scrimmage. He'll be about 1 yard short of that, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, how with that tackle there for the Canucks. But he got carried about an extra 2 or 3 yards by the running back. This will bring East up to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
And they did give him that extra yard, so a 3rd down and 10 here for the Lancers. 3 wide receivers over on the far side, one over here on the near side, one lone running back. And Vincent takes a high snap, looks to throw. He does throw. He's got a man open, and that is Boyd. Boyd eludes one tackle, eludes two tackles, and couldn't get past the third set, but they get back up to that 45-yard line, which is where that one play would have ended if it wasn't for the holding call, and that will be a fresh set of downs now for the Lancers.
You remain real elusive there. Kahok's had Barry and Norton up there who could have stopped him there before he got the first down, but he gets through.
So 1st and 10 now for the Lancers at their own 45-yard line. 2:40 left to play here in this second quarter. Here's the snap. Vincent back to pass. Throws down the middle, but he overthrows his intended receiver, Drew Ballistis.
That's our guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's, wrong
is-
one. 18. I got you. The Keithan Jones. He's the one who has the touchdown. I was looking at the wrong roster. It happens. Hey, man, this is my first game of the year, too. First football game of the year, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see the heat wave is finally over, that's for sure. Could have done without all the rain and the lightning and the thunder, but it feels a lot better outside, that's for sure. 2nd down and 10 for the Lancers. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass with 2:34 left to go. As we'll put 3 more over on the right side of the formation. One lone running back. Vincent, there's a flag. And did Belleville East line up in the neutral zone?
Umpire in the middle calls that one.
Well, they're going to pick it up. Yeah, they're going to pick up the flag. No idea why. No idea why they threw it in the first place.
Yeah, I guess he thought he saw something he didn't see and just would
Yeah.
decide to kill it. They checked on it, and it's not a penalty.
Okay. It's not a penalty.
But thank you for the referees that are out here today. They heck of a job sticking around here today to referee this game.
Vincent is not out there right now. I believe that's Boyd that's going to take this snap. Here is the snap, and it's going to be handed off to Boyd. They actually snapped the ball to DJ Cotton.
DJ Cotton's a sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, Vincent comes back out now. I'm not sure if he had an equipment problem he had to get taken care of for one snap, but Vincent's back out there. No gain on that play. 3rd down and 10 coming up here for the Lancers. Clock continues to run as we approach 2:10 left here in this second quarter. 3 wide receivers on the left side of the formation. And Vincent back in there in shotgun. As Brandon Coleman as the lone running back to his left.
A couple guys for the Canucks almost jumped, but they didn't quite make far enough for penalty.
There is Vincent. Looks.
Lots of
Back to
time.
pass. Now he's going to tuck it up and run. No, he's going to throw. He's going to throw down the middle, and once again, wide open was Keithan Jones en route to his 2nd touchdown, and he just dropped it.
Reynolds and Pinnell looking at each other for the Canucks on the coverage there, like who had this, who had him, and unfortunately for East, it's a drop ball. 2nd time that almost a sure touchdown.
Oh, it would have been for sure if he would have caught it.
It doesn't happen for East, and now they'll be forced to punt.
Yes, they are.
But some blown coverage there for the Canucks. They're going to have to get that figured out here as we go along. Like I said, Pinnell and Reynolds looking at each other there.
1:44 left to go here in this second quarter, so when Collinsville gets the ball back, they will not have a lot of time to move it. They do have 2 timeouts left of their 3, as Collinsville has Amari Rogers and Ryan McIntyre back. A bouncing snap high on the punt, though. That's going to back up Rogers, and he's going to let it bounce. And did it touch him is the question. Now it did. It touched him on the bounce, and I believe that's going to be a touchdown by the Lancers. Referees want to talk about it.
Well, it's a muff, right? So if he touched it.
If he touched the ball at the 1 yard line, it stays at the 1 yard line?
I believe so. You couldn't advance the muff. I don't think this can be a touchdown, but East may have this at about the 1 or 2.
Well, referees are all meeting. Devin Habermill is standing right there listening in.
It could be a question if the ball just. Oh!
That's going to be a touchback.
So they're going to say.
Yeah. Touchback.
Untouched.
Collinsville is going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. Lancers are not very happy about it at all. Michael Harrison is out there talking to the referee who made the initial call. Now the head referee gets in on the conversation.
There can be two spots there where Rogers may have touched that.
I thought he might have touched it on the first bounce, but he definitely did over there on the second one near the goal line.
And we're not going to know exactly what the ruling is there, but
at any rate, the decision's been made. Collinsville first and 10 from their own 20. They'll have 93 seconds to do something with it, and 2 timeouts.
could be a break there for the Kahawks.
You ain't kidding. You are not kidding at all there, Mr. Kettler. Man.
Even if he had touched it, like I said, I'm not sure it would be a touchdown, but it could have been like first and goal from the 1 and almost a sure touchdown. But here we go with the next play.
Handoff goes, and I think that was whistled before it even got going, wasn't it? Or did they blow the whistle while he was still standing up? Handoff went to Zay Norton. He didn't get very far, but so is this just a redo?
Yeah, I guess they weren't ready for play, but they snapped the ball and did it, but we weren't ready for play.
Yeah, they want him to reset the clock at 1:25.
It should be 1:33.
1:33, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, so just making up numbers, I think.
I guess so.
But it was 1:33 where the punt play ended.
Yeah. All right, so that play doesn't count. That's a mulligan. It's a do-over. So first and 10 from the 20 for the Kahawks. As Pinnell comes back out. Isaiah Gordon will take his post over on the far side as a wide receiver. KJ Thorpes-Watts and Amari Rogers over here on the near side. Norton, the lone running back. He stands behind Pinnell. Pinnell in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Norton, and Norton doesn't get anywhere. He gets all the way up to about the 17-yard line before he was pushed backwards, so they'll give him forward progress there. It'll be a 3-yard loss on the play.
And the Lancers are going to try to use their timeouts here strategically to maybe get the ball back with some amount of time left.
So a timeout on the field called by Belleville East. We'll step aside as well, and we are back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Belleville East High School. 7-0 in favor of the host Lancers. They scored a 40-yard touchdown pass with 6:37 left to go in the first. Had an opportunity to put more points on the board, but they've missed a couple of great opportunities, have the Lancers, to do just that. So Collinsville trying to see if they can move the ball downfield and put some points up before the end of the half, but that's a long way to go. Here's Pinnell. Pinnell will run. He'll run toward the Lancers sideline, and he'll get taken out of bounds right in front of the Lancers bench. Small gain on the play. Looks like maybe about 5, and that'll bring up a third down and about 6. 1:08 to go here in this first half. Pinnell looks over to Coach Rhodes, has the hand signals relayed to him, and now he'll go back to the huddle and relay those. They haven't even started the play clock. Still stuck at 25 seconds. Okay. Pinnell in shotgun once again. And Amari Rogers goes into motion. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go to Zay Norton. He tries the left side. He's got some room, and a late flag comes in over here on this near side sideline after a gain of about 4 on the play. Should bring up a 4th and 1, but it's going to go against Collinsville, and this will come back.
There is a flag on the play.
I believe on the punt, since it still went, even though he touched it, I believe it still went in the end zone. It's still considered a kick. And so since it went into the end zone, the second goes in the end zone, it's a touchback. So they could not recover it.
So a holding call will go against Collinsville. And instead of a 4th down and 1, we'll redo 3rd down, and it'll be 3rd down. I haven't marked it off yet.
Holding
Oh,
is
they're going to
declined.
decline. Oh, they're going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to take it and call timeout and bring up the 4th down.
All right, another timeout on the field. We'll step aside for a moment as well, and we're back after a brief timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Don't forget about the Collinsville Junior Service Club's Golf Scramble set for Sunday, October 1st at Arlington Greens Golf Course in Granite City. For more information, call 618-210-7273. Back here at Belleville East, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. 1:01 left to play here in this second quarter. 4th and 1 for Collinsville. Kahawks look like they're going for it. Pinnell will move up under center. He will take the snap and probably try to drive it forward or try to draw him offside, and that's exactly what they were trying to do, and that will not work, and Collinsville is going to use a timeout. We'll just keep it right here for this one. 7-0 in favor of Belleville East. Vinson with a 40-yard touchdown pass to Keithan Jones at the 6:37 mark of the first quarter is the only scoring thus far. But Belleville East has had some opportunities. Keithan Jones dropped a for sure touchdown pass just a few minutes ago, and Collinsville is lucky that they're still only down 7-0. Collinsville got the opening kickoff, so the Lancers will have first possession of the second half, as the rain has pretty much died out here.
Yeah, Kahawks with one drive that got them in the red zone, but they couldn't get any points. And I wonder if they're seriously considering maybe going for this.
Yeah, they could.
Getting this yard and saying, go get it here.
Of course, if they don't, then the Lancers are going to have a much better opportunity to score than they would if we would punt the ball away. McIntyre is out there, but not really in punt formation. He's more like of a running back formation next to Pinnell.
Yeah, so the Kahawks are going to go for this here.
There's the snap, man. They're going to go ahead and punt it anyway. And they brought Fluker all the way up because they thought they were going to go for it. And the ball takes a nice Collinsville spin down the field. So the Lancers will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Not a bad move there by Collinsville because that brought Fluker up. And all they had to do was kick it past him. And therefore, there's no return.
Yep, that eliminated the return there. Try for the confusion there. And leave Belleville East wondering if they were going to go for it or not. Had to stay honest. And Lancers might, we'll see what they get on here in the first play. If they don't get much going here, they might just kneel out this half here and send us to halftime because they'll get the ball start the second half.
Well, that could be the game plan. We'll find out here in just a moment. Some of the big guys coming on there late, man. Raymond Jones, 6'2", 268-pound senior offensive lineman was the last one on the field, and now we're going to have a whistle, and
Kahawks use their final timeout.
Kahawks will use their final timeout, so neither team left with any timeouts. I'm failing on my duties here.
At least as far as the scoreboard is listing, I'm not keeping track of it myself personally.
Yeah.
Just my quick glance at the scoreboard shows everybody at 0.
Yep. So everyone's out of timeouts. Collinsville used theirs before the snap even happened on that play. So 52.9 seconds is what we have left here in the first half. And as Coach Rhodes said in the pregame interview that we had on at like 9:50, said the first week of football is always ugly.
Yeah, and
by both teams.
And it was an ugly week of practice. I imagine practicing at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then these extra delays. So this is what we got here for week 1, and it's only 7-0.
Yep. Vincent in shotgun once again. Has a running back, Boyd. No handoff to him. Vincent back to pass. Throws it to the far side, and a catch by Jones once again. And he spun out of bounds. Wow, man, I just don't know. It seemed to me that Amari Rogers was in a great position to intercept that pass and came back to try it and then overran it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. He went back for the pass, went for the interception. Luckily, Darius Williams was back there for some containment there to stop the touchdown from happening, and now we're in the same position. Basically, if we would have went for it.
Yeah, if we would have went for it and not made it, this is exactly where Belleville East would be. 41.9 seconds left. No timeouts left for anyone, so clock can only stop on out-of-bounds plays or incomplete passes. Here is Vincent going to pass. Throws to the sideline, has Jones once again, and he'll step out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and that will stop the clock with 35.8 seconds left to play here in this first half.
Yep, Belleville's working the sideline perfectly there. Catches the ball, doesn't try to do too much more, gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
So 2nd down and 4 for the Lancers. And we'll see what the Lancers dial up here as they are almost in the red zone. There's the snap. Vincent looks back to pass again. He throws it down the middle. He has a man open. That is Fluker. Fluker gets taken out at the 5-yard line, and it'll bring up a 1st down and goal for the Lancers as that clock will continue to run once they get the chains set down once again.
Shouldn't take too long. All they'll need is the...
Yeah, all they need is the line of scrimmage marker.
Yeah, they don't need... Yep, here we go. Clock's going.
Vincent under center. He'll spike the ball and stop the clock with 20 and a half left to go.
That'll leave East with 3 plays. Probably going to pass on all of them. Can't afford to get tackled in the field of play.
Yep. I would imagine you are correct, sir. Fluker lines up as a wide receiver over here on the near side, and then Jones is going to join him in the slot. And Boyd is the lone running back, but they're not going to hand it off. They're going to throw it into the end zone and right through the hands of Jones. Jones, I'm telling you, man,
he's wide open.
He makes some great catches, and then he drops the ball when he's wide open twice now. And both times it would have been touchdowns.
I think he was looking to his left to make sure he could make that extra step into the end zone, but if he would have just stayed with the ball.
So 16.6 to go here in this first half.
Some drops here by Belleville East have prevented them from scoring.
2nd down and goal from the 6. And this time it's Coleman as the lone running back. Jones lines up in the slot once again on the near side. Keep your eye on him. There's a throw into the corner for Fluker, and it's caught. Touchdown. No, they're going to say it was incomplete. They're going to say it was incomplete, and he was out of bounds when he landed.
Fluker caught it, but he didn't come down in bounds.
Yeah, he caught it in bounds, and then when he hit out of bounds.
So this is 4th down because they spiked it on 1st and goal here, and is this the field goal unit? 98 is their kicker, Parker, and this is about...
It's going to be about a 25-yarder.
Yeah, about 5 yards longer than an extra point. 11 seconds to go. East will take this field goal attempt. Something they didn't do at all last year, you said, right? No attempts?
Well, I don't know about attempts. They didn't kick any, or they didn't have any 3-pointers on their list of stats at all.
They may have attempted something. Okay.
Yeah. Here's the hold, and the ball is on the way, and it hits the upright, and it is good. Goes just inside that near side upright, and the Lancers answer with a 25-yard field goal to make it 10-0 in favor of Belleville East, with just a little bit of time left here for Collinsville, and there's not going to be enough to do anything with. We'll take a quick break, come back with the ensuing kickoff right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live.
Back here at Belleville East, I think I accidentally hit that button too soon and took us right back out of commercial and into live coverage, so I'll have to make up that one for Old Herald. So a field goal by Belleville East, a 25-yarder, and that gives the Lancers a 10-0 lead as we are close to heading into the locker rooms for halftime.
East couldn't get the touchdown out of bounds. They settle for the field goal.
Chase Reynolds and Amari Rogers are deep at their own 10-yard line as they await the kickoff from Grayson Parker. And Parker, 6.4 seconds left. He'll kick a little squibber right at midfield, and falling on top of it is going to be Amari Berry. So Collinsville will have the ball at midfield, but only 4.8 seconds to do something with. Oh, heave-ho.
Yeah,
Hail Mary.
You think East might want to have kicked that a little more deep. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get
how
the
far Pinnell could throw it. This is an NFL type quarterback. He could definitely reach the end zone from here, but this maybe does give Kahok some kind of Hail
you
Mary
don't have to
chance.
reach the end zone. All you got to do is connect and get a little separation and let the
Yeah,
receiver run the rest of the way.
that's what you would hope for here, I think.
Yeah. Two wide receivers on both sides of the formation. KJ Thorpe's Watt over here on the near side. Pinnell in shotgun has Zay Norton as his lone running back. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right, being chased from behind. He's directing traffic, throws the ball down the sideline and connects with KJ, but he falls out of bounds just as the clock reaches 0. So that is the way that the first half is going to come to a close. 10-0 in favor of the Lancers as we head into the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems, gives them a call at their Collinsville headquarters at 618-708-4055. We'll bring you some halftime scores as it's time for the halftime show. The Woods Basement Systems halftime show is next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
And we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Halftime here, 10-0 in favor of Belleville East. The Lancers scored a touchdown in the first quarter with 6:37 left to play in the first quarter on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Armand Vinson to Keithan Jones. And the extra point was good for a 7-0 lead. It stayed that way all the way until pretty much the end of the first half. And that was when Grayson Parker connected on a 25-yard field goal to give the Lancers their current 10-0 lead. Other scores that we have for you, how about some good news from the land of soccer, as your Collinsville Kahawks shook off that 4-1 opening night loss on Wednesday at home against Triad and went on the road and beat a very good Chatham team 1-0, and that team was the one that upset Triad last year in the Super Sectional, so they were no joke. 1-0. Adam Reiniger with the only goal on a assist from Juan Carlos Doria. And Collinsville with a 1-0 win on the road in the world of soccer today. So that's nice to hear. Scores from last night around the world of football. It was Roxana blanking Jerseyville by a score of 27-0. Highland over Breeze Central 35-14. Speaking of Triad, they roughed up Mattoon 56-20 was the final score in that one. Edwardsville, they won under their new head coach 30-21 over the team from Jackson, Missouri. And in overtime, Centralia, the team Collinsville is playing next week, lost to Salem 34-28. What you got over there, Chris Kettler?
Alton is beating Cahokia 12-0 at halftime. East Alton Wood River lost to Gateway STEM of St. Louis 42-0, and Muscuda and Belleville West is 14-13 halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah,
that's all I could find.
They got a late start just like we did because they're dealing with the same weather.
Yeah, the Alton and Cahokia and West Muscuda game, they were shooting for 10 a.m. starts also, and clearly that didn't happen. They're going right now.
All right, that is a look at your scoreboard and the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. We'll take another break here, and we will come back, and Chris Kettler and I will recap the first half of play and give you our thoughts on what needs to happen in the second half as the Woods Basement Systems halftime show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking. Providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Back here on the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, we have a 10-0 lead by Belleville East after one quarter of play, as we are about 6.5 minutes away from kicking off the second half. Belleville East will get the ball first, and Chris Kettler, Collinsville had some problems moving the ball early on offense and never really got firm traction going, although they did end up in the red zone at one point, but couldn't come away with the score.
Yeah, just nothing really too consistent. A few things have worked here and there for the Cahoks, and their one drive or one opportunity to score just stalled out here. So, first game, maybe it'll get better here as you go along here. Make some adjustments that you see, because now you're matching up with the other team, so maybe you'll see a few things differently now that you've seen the other team out there. And Defensively, I think they're getting a little better. Belleville East has left some points off the board here. I think they could have quite a few more points, and the Cats would have a bigger hole to climb out of. But, 10 points ain't too much to overcome in the second half.
Yeah, a couple of big plays offensively for Belleville East against that Collinsville defense. But, yeah, as you mentioned, Keithan Jones has dropped a couple of passes. Both of them were for sure touchdown passes that never materialized.
Yeah, 2 drop passes and then one where the guy just fell down after he had got past the defender there. So some negatives you can look at for the Kahawks and say, if we're only down 10, we can build on this here and maybe still get out of here with a win.
That's what they're going to try to do. Special teams play on both sides of the ball has kind of been a little spotty, except for Belleville East is connected on a extra point try and a field goal, so they have that in the plus column on their special teams.
And Chaos could have tried a field goal on one of their possessions and just didn't opt for it. Some of the punts there earlier in the game were a little hairy to get them off there, but they got some good rolls there, so nothing to be too disappointed about as far as that goes for Collinsville.
Yeah, McIntyre's putting up some spinners, and that's the thing with the ball. When it spins like that, when it hits the ground, it's going to go somewhere.
And that's really all you can ask for, as long as you keep it out of their hands. And that's what they did there in the last minute. Kind of tricked them on thinking they were going to go for it there, but Belleville still turned that into points before the half.
Well, they did. All right, that is going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. One more break coming your way, and then we'll have the second half kickoff. Belleville East will get the ball back first, and we'll bring that to you in just a couple of minutes here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook.
And once again, we welcome you back to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you as we are just about ready to begin second half action, third quarter. Timeouts have been restored on both sides of the ball, so each team has their collection of 3 timeouts to use, and Collinsville will be kicking the ball off to Belleville East to start off this second half. And see, I got all this paperwork here, and none of it's in the right spot.
Yeah, that's what made it tough for
Kickoff
Belleville East.
specialist Matt Reynolds.
That's what it says. We'll see as he comes out here. That's what made it tough there for Chaos to give up them points here before the end of the half, and knowing that Belleville East is going to get the ball.
Yeah, that is true. I think it stopped raining finally. No, there's still some umbrellas out here.
People still got their umbrellas out, and radar just shows some little smattering of rain here and there, light. Nothing with lightning that should prevent us from hitting the end of this game.
No, I've had enough lightning to last for a day anyway.
And, yeah, then we can turn the page and get ready for next week.
On the road again.
Yeah, an interesting schedule. Start off with 2 road games.
Yeah.
But we still have 5 home games, so 5 of the last 7 weeks will be at home.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Belleville East have 3 straight road games after this?
Well, I know they only have 3 home games total because they're playing 1 game at Illinois Wesleyan, meeting Lincoln Way School in the middle of the state. So, yeah, this is kind of a tough break for them to have one of their home games here get moved to a Saturday and then be delayed again. And so, with only 3 home games, they'll only get to play on Friday Night Lights 2 times the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think that their next 3 games are on the road, even though you mentioned that. I think one of them is actually a home game.
Right, one's the neutral site game.
Right. Well, they'll be away from this field for 3 straight weeks as far as games are concerned. So,
yeah, so
that's a little weird also.
Only 3 home games unless they can get a home playoff game.
Yeah.
And Reynolds will kick this one off. He is a kickoff specialist.
Matt Reynolds, sophomore, 5'9", 150-pounder. He will do the kickoff. And back deep is Khalil Walker. He stands back at his own 5-yard line. And Reynolds gets a hold of one pretty well up to the 10. And it's taken there by Walker, and he'll be spun down. No, he gets out of it. He slipped out of that tackle right up there by Roland Arms. Just slipped right out of Roland's hands at the last moment, and he'll get it all the way out to the 27-yard line.
The Canucks also have Robbie Freeman with the soccer team also listed on as kicking, but he clearly wasn't here today because of the soccer game.
Yeah.
So,
did I hear correctly that he broke his hand? That's why you didn't get to start in the season opener?
I know he had. I don't know. No, I don't believe so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't want to speculate on that.
All right. Armand Vincent brings his team back out. Under center this time is Vincent. He'll turn around and pitch it back. He'll do so to Brandon Coleman. And Coleman gets smacked at the line of scrimmage. Huge hit put on by Darius Williams.
There you go. Darius Williams.
That'll get your team fired up.
With a big hit. He came to play today.
You ain't kidding. Right at the line of scrimmage, too. Or I guess he got 2 yards, but he paid for those 2 yards.
That's the big hit of the game.
So far. Boy, that got the press box buzzing. Vincent goes back into shotgun now. Has Coleman over his left shoulder. 2 wide receivers over here on the near side. Collinsville showing some movement up front, but so far they have not crossed the line. And Vincent's trying to get him to come off sides, but and we're down to 7 seconds on the play clock. Now Coleman moves back over to the left. And play clock all the way down to 3-2. Man, that was a lot of wasted time there. There's a catch by Jones again, and Jones eludes a tackler and gets across the line of scrimmage. He's brought down at the 35-yard line, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
He's cut inside, allowed him to get some extra additional yardage, but he gets up limping. But
yeah, Keith Jones limping to the sideline.
Pinnell did finish him off, but he'll have to go off.
So 3rd down and 3 coming up here for the Lancers on their first possession here of the second half. And let's see if the Collinsville defense can force a punt. A 3 and out would be nice. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Here's the snap. Vincent, he's going to pass. He does so, and it's intercepted right into the hands of none other than Darius Williams. Williams gets the big tackle and then gets the big interception on a couple of plays later in Collinsville. That's the turnover they needed.
Yeah, definitely there. They'll start out in good field position. Heck of a defensive series for Darius Williams. Hadn't called his name much except for the one play when he was on pass coverage there. Gets the big tackle and then an interception.
Well, that's the kind of start that you need if you're the Collinsville Kahawks, trailing 10-0.
Like to get that as a spark here and get this going.
So we'll see if Pinnell and company can take advantage of that momentum swift as Darren is back in shotgun. He is going to fake the handoff to Norton. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get caught from behind. He's going to lose a couple of yards, and he got smacked big time from behind there by Jonathan Rulo, 6'2", 295-pound sophomore, took him down. That's a lot of weight, 295 pounds.
Big guy, and that's a big hit to take there, and it also results in the loss. So you were hoping for that spark and some momentum here, but first play goes negative for Collinsville.
Mario Rogers lines up as a wide receiver closest to the formation. KJ Thorpes-Watt, the only wide receiver on the near side. Pinnell back to pass, and he overthrows Rogers. And I don't know if Rogers would have gotten much after he caught the ball. There was a couple of guys with blue shirts waiting right behind him, but nevertheless, incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 12.
Thomas Kohler also lost his helmet on that play, so he'll have to go off. So Quincy Johnson will have to come in on the offensive line here to fill in on this play.
3rd down and 12. Collinsville needs to get it up to the Belleville East 27-yard line for a first down. And Devin Habermill checks back in on offense as a tight end. As Collinsville breaks huddle and heading out over onto the far side is Isaiah Gordon as a wide receiver. 2 over here on the near side. 1 lone running back. Now Rogers goes into motion, sets back the other way. Here's Pinnell. He throws on the run, and I believe that was barely tipped right before it was going to reach Devin Habermill, and a tip there by Javion Mobley-Jackson probably saved. A nice big play there for Collinsville.
Yeah, gets the hand on it there. They're looking to get to the tight end, Habermill, that time.
So 4th and 12. Collinsville looks like they're going for it. Line of scrimmage is the 38-yard line, excuse me.
Yeah, not much to gain from punting here. Going to go for it.
Yeah. 2 wide receivers on both sides of this formation. Zay Norton is the lone setback. Stands over the right shoulder of Pinnell. Pinnell, he's going to go back to pass. Looks, throws. He's got a man open, and that is going to be a flag. That's going to be some pass interference, and Collinsville may be the beneficiary of this flag.
Yeah, they're on top of each other there. This maybe could go either way, but I'll probably give the offensive the benefit of the doubt here. And that will be the case here, and the Chaos will get 15 yards, and that will be enough for a first down.
Sure will be. So you'll take it any way you can get it. On a 4th down and 12, Collinsville will be the beneficiary of a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to give them their first down. And they will have the ball 1st and 10 from the Lancers' 24-yard line.
Yep, and that's what you get in high school. You can only get the 15 yards. You don't get it from a spot area like the
That'd
college
be nice, though, because you get it all the way down there at the 10 if that was the case.
That'd be real nice, but
yeah,
that's not the case here.
Nope. So 1st and 10 for Collinsville from the 24-yard line. Pinnell once again in shotgun. McIntyre goes into motion. Empty backfield. Pinnell's going to keep it. He goes up the middle. He's got plenty of room. He's on the run. Makes a cut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. No. They're going to say he was down at the 1-yard line. Oh, boy.
Maybe a little unnecessary to cut it back in there. I thought he could have just kept going to the outside there. And
man, I thought they pushed him into the end zone on the tackle, but I guess they say his knee hit the 1.
So, wow, it's real close there.
Yeah, it is.
Probably just need to get a little shove through here, and you can get this touchdown, but they're still going to be in the shotgun.
So in shotgun is Pinnell. He takes a high snap, hands it off to McIntyre. McIntyre turns in. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Collinsville. 1 yard run by Ryan McIntyre puts the Kahawks on the board for the first time here this afternoon.
Maybe not initially got it there, but as everybody came in behind him, just kind of pushed him across. That's something they pretty much allow now. And the first score of the year of the Kahawks is the McIntyre touchdown. And chance will come on for the extra point out of the hold of Pinnell.
Well, we really do need this extra point, though, that's for sure. You don't take these things for granted. Pinnell is the holder. Habermill is the long snapper. Here's the snap, and the ball is on the way, and the kick is good. So Collinsville gets their first touchdown of the year, a 1 yard touchdown run by Ryan McIntyre. And now we have ourselves a ball game, 10-7 in favor of Belleville East, and we're back after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Collinsville gets their first score of the year, and it comes as a direct result of an interception by Darius Williams. And the Kahawks are finally on the board. Here is the ensuing kickoff. It's going to go right down the middle once again. And a little fumble there by Khalil Waller. He picks it back up and moves his way forward. And, woo, boy, there's a he was on the ground when that ball popped out of his hands. And it was funny because it popped right into one of his teammates' hands. But even if Collinsville would have got their hands on that ball, that would have stayed where it was. Man, I'm telling you what, that was a weird play right there all in itself.
Yeah, and he's going to be injured here.
Yeah, he is. Waller is on the ground.
I have to check on him. Hope maybe it's just nothing too serious as they get him up real quickly.
Yeah, he is not putting any weight on that left leg, that's for sure. They're going to help. They're going to carry him off.
But the Kahawks get the score set up by the interception, the pass interference penalty.
Yeah.
And the run down to the 1 yard line by Pinnell. Were the big plays to set that up.
So Waller's going to get some attention on the sideline as Coach Gurley has to come all the way back out to the field to pick up the tee. So Belleville East will have their second possession here of the second half. And under center is Armand Vinson. Vinson is going to fake the pitch back, but he's going to hand the ball off, does so to Chase Boyd, and Boyd cuts it right up the middle and picks up about half of the yardage he needs for a first down. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Just up the middle there, and Vinson was under center. Eventually Howe with the tackle there for the Kahawks.
Yeah, neither one of these teams has a lot of plays for their quarterback to be under center. Most of it's been in shotgun. So Vinson's going to go under center once again. Has a man deep back in the backfield. That is Boyd, and Boyd gets another handoff, and he'll do the same thing up the middle. This time he gains about 9 on the play, so that's a first down, and that'll move the chains to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's a game of adjustments. Belleville East changes this up, has Vincent goes under center, and a few more handoffs than what they've been doing.
8 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
But the Kahawks run defense to the test now.
They're going to keep on going to this formation, and this time they fake the handoff to Coleman. Vinson, he keeps it, almost got taken down from behind by Habermill, and then Habermill comes in and finishes up the tackle that was applied by Zay Norton. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
And Habermill gets back in at 2 to also help after he went down to his knees to try to bring down Vinson, and it does result in a 3-yard gain.
And Belleville East breaks huddle quickly on this one. And now Vincent will be in shotgun. He's barking out the signals, looks over to the sideline, trying to get Collinsville to jump off sides. He does. They don't bite. And a high snap. And Vincent's going to keep it. He's going to roll out to his right. And he runs into a couple of little Kahawks there. Ryan McIntyre made him shift directions, and then rolling arms finished him up.
Yeah, McIntyre just stayed tall, didn't let him get out of his way, and not allowed rolling arms come from behind.
Gain of about 3 on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Right at the midfield stripe. Must be construction day for the Kahawk Crazies, eh?
Yeah, I believe that was the theme.
Yeah, hard hats and construction vests on
Nice,
over
the ones
there.
that were able to come out here today.
Yeah. Vincent moves away from the line, back into shotgun. And he's going to toss it into the ground. Had a man wide open. That was Desmond Clark, but threw it right at his feet. 4th down and 5.
Kind of trick the Kahawks there as he fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, then make a couple more steps forward before throwing the ball like a jump pass. And Belleville East will choose to punt this here from midfield.
Well, Grayson Parker will come out and punt. Back deep for Collinsville is Ryan McIntyre. Amari Rogers is in the little middle section there, just in case the ball doesn't go very far. And 6:15 to go here in this 3rd quarter. 10-7, 3-point lead belongs to Belleville East as they get ready to punt the ball away. Here's the snap. Punt is going to be real short, and they're going to let it go, and it's going to take a Collinsville bounce. Didn't really bounce forward anywhere, and Collinsville will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 31. Now you got to get this offense moving.
Yep. They had a short field helped up by the interception and then the PI call. So Kahawks will have a few more yards to go here and hopefully can get this, take the lead.
Although the run by Darren Pinnell that almost resulted in a touchdown was a pretty good huck of offense right there. So Pinnell, speaking of which, comes in from the sideline with the play. He'll relay it to his teammates. They break huddle. Zay Norton, he'll be the lone setback. KJ Thorpes-Watts is over here on the near side. 3 more wide receivers on the far. Here comes Pinnell. He's going to try this near side sideline, and he cuts it up and then gets taken out right around the 38-yard line. So a gain of about 8 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 2.
He's helped out there as he eventually turned the corner. They'll helped out by the right tackle, Jack Shepard, on that play to get around and get the 8 yards.
2nd down and a short 2 to go here for Collinsville. Pinnell gets the hand signals from Colton Rhodes on the sidelines. And they break huddle once again. Lining up over on the far side for Collinsville is Isaiah Gordon. As Chase Reynolds in the slot. Pinnell back to pass. Throws a wobbly pass down the middle. KJ Thorpes-Watt was held the whole time, and here come the flags. He was trying to get out of the hole so he can get to the ball, and the defender for Belleville East just never let go. That's not the complete definition of holding. I don't know what is. Pass interference is what they're going to call, but that was definitely a hold. Holding.
Yeah, with the pass imminent there, they call that pass interference, but he's just holding on to him. So that's the penalty, and 2nd pass interference penalty of the game on East.
Yeah, in this quarter. So that's going to put Collinsville in Belleville East territory. It'll bring up a fresh set of downs. Collinsville will have the ball on the Lancers' 46-yard line.
Free 15 yards. Helped the Chaos get the touchdown last time.
5:55 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Collinsville breaks huddle. And once again, Isaiah Gordon goes out onto the far side. Chase Reynolds in the slot over here on the near side. KJ, and the handoff is going to go to Norton. He runs into trouble, gets out of it, stays with it. He is going to get another 1st down, and he gets taken out of bounds. That might have been a late hit. That could have resulted in a flag, but everybody keeps the laundry in their pockets. But, boy, that was close.
Nearly a busted play from the beginning as Norton ran in the back of Kohler, the offensive lineman, but his old man can't bring him down. He keeps chugging forward. Some of the Belleville East guys might have let off there thinking it was busted, and that allowed Norton to to get outside. And, yeah, nearly another late hit, which could have resulted in some
15 more yards.
15 more yards, and really could have set Collinsville, even though they're set up real nice here at the 32.
Yep, 32-yard line of the Lancers is where they are. Fresh set of downs. 5.5 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Pennell comes to the huddle, relays the message, and everybody breaks. 3 wide receivers head to the left side of the formation. KJ over here by himself on the near side. McIntyre, the lone running back, but Pennell's going to keep it, and he gets shoved down almost immediately after he took off by Jonathan Rulo, the 6'2", 295-pound sophomore.
But there, he like flexed up over
Yep.
Pennell. Yeah, that's
Yep.
exactly what the ref's showing, so it's going to be on sportsmanlike.
Yep, you can't do that.
Rulo does a great play, but what you
It makes a boneheaded play.
Yeah, I was going to say boneheaded. Exactly what I was going to say. Something boneheaded there to say, everybody look at me, but he's going to cost his team 15 yards.
Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty,
But
man.
not to mention what was lost on the play.
Right.
So it's 20-ish yards.
That's going to bring up a second down and about 1 to go here for Collinsville to get a first down.
Well, I think they get the down back also, so this is going to be like first
and 1.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
they're going to call it after the play. So
Okay.
it's second down.
So second down and 2, we're going to call it. Here is Pennell in shotgun once again. He has McIntyre to his left and fakes the handoff and then dumps a pass over to Habermill. Habermill turns the corner, has the first down, and he's inside the 20, and a late flag comes in all the way from the end zone.
Habermill had to make sure he got that one, and then
The back judge threw that flag from the end zone.
might be a late block from behind by one of the Kahoks. As number 1, Waller, slow to get up for East.
Holding against Collinsville, so take away the first down, replay second down, but it's going to be second and long. Nice to see Waller back out there after coming off earlier, looking like some big-time leg problems. He's still limping.
It's only going to be like a 2-yard loss as it's marched up from
From the spot of the foul,
the
yeah.
spot of the foul about 10 yards upfield.
So second down and about 4 to go. 5:07 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville trailing by 3, looking to at least tie it, if not take the lead here on this drive. Pennell in shotgun once again. McIntyre is over his left shoulder. In motion goes Rogers, and the handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre had a little bit of room, got back up to the 25-yard line, so a gain of 1 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and 3.
Maybe the ball nearly spit out there at the last second, but he was already down, so it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 25.
Really need to pick up this first down. I know they would probably go for it on 4th, but it would be nice not to have to face that. Zay Norton comes back into the game. McIntyre heads to the sideline as Pennell comes in from the same sideline and relays the play to his teammates. Isaiah Gordon lines up on the far side. Next to him is Rogers. Over here by himself, KJ Thorpe-Swad. They haven't targeted him much today. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Norton, and Norton gets stuffed. So it's going to be 4th down and 3.
I can't say Austin Franklin got in there and knocked Norton back there. Loss on the play, so the 4th down is even longer than the 3rd down play.
Yeah.
And Kings aren't going to try for the 40-ish yard field goal attempt.
No, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Well over 40. That's a lot to ask for a high school kicker, so they clearly go for it.
4th down and a long 3 to go. We'll see if Pennell doesn't want to try the hard count to try to draw him offside, as the Lancers have not committed an offside penalty here today. Pennell takes the snap, looks, throws, has a man open, and the catch is made by Chase Reynolds, and he makes it just 1 yard past the marker for a first down.
Yeah, that's exactly the play you need. You need about 4 or 5 yards. That's the play Chaos go to. That's what Coach Rhodes has that in his playbook for, and Reynolds makes the catch, stays with it, and on the doorstep of the red zone territory now.
Ball at the 22-yard line as the clock continues to move with 3:15 left to go here in this third quarter. Collinsville knocking on the door again. Gordon and Reynolds line up on the far side. Rogers and Thorpe's Watt over here on the near. Pennell back to throw. Scrambles. Rolls out to his right. He's looking. He throws. He's got a man. Touchdown! Touchdown, Amari Rogers.
Just gets the ball across the last second before crossing the line of scrimmage. I thought he wasn't going to throw it.
He was close to that line of scrimmage, wasn't he?
He had to be, and Amari Rogers makes the catch, nearly having a knee go down just short of it, but it's a touchdown nonetheless, and the Kahawks have the lead.
21-yard touchdown pass from Pennell to Rogers. And Nick Shantz on with the extra point. It's on the way, and that one just skips across the crossbar. Yeah. It is good. That's got to be the ugliest extra point you'll ever see.
Yeah, that time Chase Reynolds was the holder, not Pennell, so I don't know how many reps he's got on holding it there, and that one just stayed high enough to skim across the crossbar and over. That's all you got to do.
That is all you got to do. That's for sure. 1 point. All right, and we'll take a break here, and Belleville East will get the ball back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Collinsville has their first lead of the year, 14-10. The Kahawks have scored 2 touchdowns here in this third quarter, and we still have 2:53 left to play here in the third quarter as the kickoff is on the way. And in the middle of the field, dropped again, this time by Justin Spears. Spears picks it up and then gets wrapped up by the ankles on a nice job there by Roland Arms.
Roland Arms from behind there after pinged off of a guy there, and
they got a flag down on the play.
Yeah, flag down on the play here. And
it's going to be a holding call against Belleville East, so that'll back him up a little farther.
See, Pennell, he's grabbing his helmet. He didn't hold for the extra point. He's not going to be out here on defense to start, but he's not getting checked out, so he probably will be good to go as we go along here. Penalty on Belleville East pushes him back to the 15.
So 1st and 10 for the Lancers from their own 15-yard line. And once again, Armand Vincent and company out. Collinsville trying to get revenge on the only regular season loss given to them last year on opening day at Kahok Stadium by these Lancers, 20-12. Right now, Collinsville has turned the tables. Vincent throws. He's got Spears wide open. Down the middle. Now it's a fumble. Collinsville, are they going to get it? Get it. Hold on to it, guys. There you go. Nice job. Isaiah Gordon picks up the loose ball. Collinsville gets the ball right back.
Wow. Heck of a catch in stride, and he was
You're not kidding.
Additional yardage there for Spears, and then the Belleville East team has had the drops on passes and running with the ball and kickoffs.
Yeah.
And
who knocked it out of his hands? Do you know? That was a good job.
He's running with them, and he knocked the ball out of his hands here. And
I'm telling you, man, that ball took a couple of bounces. There was nothing but Collinsville jerseys around for a while, and all you had to do was jump on it and not let it squirt out.
It did kind of squirt out after the first two guys all tried to fall on it here. Pennell does come back out here.
So Collinsville turns the tables. 1st and 10 for the Kahawks from their own 35-yard line. 2:35 left to play here in this third quarter. Kahawks want to pour on some more points. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Zay Norton is the lone running back. He stands over the right-hand shoulder of Pennell. Now in the motion is Chase Reynolds. The handoff goes to Norton. Norton, he plows through the line of scrimmage and picks up about a yard when he was initially hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Hasn't been a lot of yards there for the Kahawks to get when they ran it up the middle. That's very minimal game of 1 yard.
Clock continues to move. 2:15 left to play here in this third quarter. Pennell and company. Break huddle once again. Pennell in shotgun. He has Norton over his right. 3 wide receivers stack up on the left side. And that's the side that he throws to. Oh, and in and out of the hands of Rogers. Amari Rogers has the touchdown that gave Collinsville the lead, but couldn't hold on to that little pass.
It's also falling down to the ground there, so another thing to deal with there.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got very far if he would have caught it.
Wouldn't have been a first down, but it would have been fewer yards to get here on third down.
Third down and 11, or third down and 9, excuse me. Ball on the 36-yard line. Pennell in shotgun once again. Here's the snap. Pennell rolls out to his left. He's looking. He throws just as he got hit, and he's got a man, but they ended up falling down. I think they got some legs tangled up down there as Jalik Nelson was the intended receiver on that pass.
First target of the game for Nelson. He's been out there for a few plays. The throw was a little more inside than where he was, and players were jostling off of each other there. No call there, and the Kahok's forced a punt for the first time in the second half.
He and Spears were right next to each other all that whole way downfield.
Oh, no. Now this back judge here
has
thrown a flag here as number is that number 1 Waller? It seems to be voicing some kind of displeasure.
Unsportsmanlike conduct would be a 15-yard penalty. Collinsville would get a first down out of it.
Let's wait for the call, and that's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is. That's the second time that an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty has given Collinsville a first down. So just when you thought Collinsville was going to have to punt the ball away, they get a gift.
Yeah, second one of those for Belleville East.
They're going to get the ball up at the 48-yard line.
Now they're going to get the ball past midfield.
Yeah, 49.
Fresh set of downs instead of punting, and that's, wow.
Self-inflicted wounds there, man.
Self-inflicted wounds are all right. We used boneheaded already earlier.
Yeah. We're going to have to come up with more adjectives.
Bring a thesaurus for the next game.
Yeah. All right, so Collinsville retains possession of the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Lancers' 49-yard line. We have 1:47 left to play here in this third quarter. And Collinsville with a golden opportunity here to add on to their lead. Pennell in shotgun. 2 wide receivers either side of the formation. Back to pass is Pennell. Now he steps up. Now he's in trouble. He's not going to be able to get out of that, I don't think. And he'll get back up to the line of scrimmage almost. He'll lose 2 on the play, but that could have been a lot worse.
Once he stepped forward there, he should have made the decision just to keep going with it there. He could at least maybe busted that to the outside, got 3-4 yards. I think he might get close to the line of scrimmage here. It'll go down as a sack as one Belleville East player is a little hobbled.
Yeah, there's Jolene Williams, 6'3", 215 senior.
He'll have to hobble off as the ATs work their way over here to check on him.
So a loss on the play. 2nd down and 12.
So Pennell, did he get hurt out there?
I don't know if he got hurt or if he has another equipment problem.
So Reynolds is going to be the quarterback for at least this play.
Yeah. Reynolds saw limited action last year at quarterback, 0 for 1 in the passing department. He has 3 wide receivers over on the left side of the formation, 1 over here in Thorpe's Watt, but Chase Reynolds is going to keep it. He's got to better tuck that ball away there, son. He ends up running into the Lancers bench about 1 yard short of where he needed to go for a first down. So all in all, not a bad play. You can see Pennell over there tying his shoe, so I'm guessing it was just an equipment problem. He doesn't appear to be injured. He's got Amanda Bauer standing right next to him.
And they're going to bring him right back in, so it's just one play at quarterback for Reynolds. He gets the carry. And
picked up about 8 yards on the play. Well, actually, he picked up more than that. He picked up about 10, but
10 because it was
2nd and 12, so now it's 3rd and 2.
Third down here.
Ball on the Lancers' 41-yard line. 1:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Pennell in shotgun, has Zay Norton as the running back. Pennell's going back to pass. Lofts one down the middle, turning around. Rogers, he's got it. He's on the move, and a touchdown, Collinsville.
Great job to stay in the pocket there by Pennell. And Rogers had to come back to the ball a little bit, and that created enough separation to get past his man and get the rest of the yards up the field. And third touchdown of this quarter. If the Kahoks are rolling here in this third quarter.
Nicely done there, gentlemen. 20-10, pending the extra point try here by Nick Shantz.
It was Ross of Belleville East who was tied up with Rogers, and he kind of hurt himself here. Is taking a fortuitous route here to go off the field.
3 touchdowns here in this third quarter after getting shut out in the first half.
He's hurt, and they're saying stay out here now.
Yeah, and Shantz has a little bit better looking extra point this time. So Collinsville with 3 unanswered touchdowns here in this third quarter, and the Kahawks take a 21-10 lead, and we're back with the ensuing kickoff after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler. We've got a nice game going on here after Collinsville was shut out in the first half. They have scored 3 straight touchdowns, and Belleville East has yet to find an answer as the kickoff is caught by Desmond Clark, and Clark makes it up to the 30-yard line before he's finally brought, well, he's not brought down yet, is he? That ball ends up coming out, but the whistles were already blowing then, so the Lancers will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line as Collinsville's Michael Tongay is having a little hard time getting up. He's down there at the 30, and Amanda Bauer comes out and checks on him immediately.
He gets right up.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit.
I'll have to get checked out here as we go along here.
Yeah. Colton Rhodes comes out to meet his player, and Tongay, he doesn't have a limp anymore. He goes trotting off the field. So the Lancers trying to answer now.
Got some rain kind of picking up here
Yeah,
a little bit. A little kind of the hardest it's been here since early in the game.
So we'll see if the Lancers can find some traction with their offense now. 1 minute, 1 second left here in this third quarter. Vincent back in shotgun. Looks over to the sideline. Waller looks along with him. Waller looks disgusted. There's the snap. And Waller collects the pass about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and he'll get pushed out of bounds after gaining about 8 on the play. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 2.
And it was the Waller penalty that Collinsville was ready to punt and kept the drive going, and let's get the score.
So the tackle was out of bounds. That stops the clock with 57.3 seconds to go. 2nd down and a short 2 here for the Lancers. Man into motion. That's Clark. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Boyd. Boyd up the middle. He has the 1st down and a little bit more before he's finally brought down as he stretches that arm out, and the ball lands right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, great run there by Boyd. Belleville went to the run to start this third quarter. Going back to it here in the final seconds of the quarter.
Well, as soon as they set the chains down, the clock will move, and it starts up again. 45 seconds left to play here in the third. As Belleville East looking for an answer here, as Collinsville has scored all the touchdowns. Somebody just lost a helmet. And Vincent, he's trying to throw the ball, nowhere to throw it to. He finally does and comes back and finally finds Falker, and he gets taken down in Collinsville territory at the Kahok 28-yard line.
Falker makes the catch, and then Gordon grabs onto him and doesn't let him go, and then maybe hurts himself in the process as he has to hobble back to the sideline.
Yeah. So the Lancers get a 1st down, and they're deep into Collinsville territory now with 26 seconds left to play. Lancers trail by 11.
It's a really weird-looking play considering one of the offensive linemen for Belleville lost his helmet.
Now Chase Reynolds is pulled up lame over here, and the 10-yard line, and Coach Rhodes comes out to help him out. Don't know if that's just a cramp.
These guys are cramping up. It's a bit humid out.
It is. Amanda Bauer and Colton Rhodes helped carry him off.
Saw all the cramping the soccer team went through Wednesday night in the
They were dropping like flies in the second half, weren't they?
extreme humidity of that night.
Yeah, it's just a cramp. They're trying to work it out. That's all it is.
In the first game, you'll see some cramping.
So Darius Williams comes in the secondary to take the place of Reynolds. Here's the snap. Vincent looking to pass. He does so, and it's going to be picked off, but nope, it's dropped, and there was a flag on the play. I'm wondering if there was a little contact there that prevented Khalil Waller from getting to that ball. So that might be going against Rogers.
He was just mad at himself for the penalty, and then just...
I think he's mad at himself for dropping the ball.
Wouldn't have
Pass
mattered.
interference, so 15 yards tacked on, and that's going to put the Lancers all the way down to the Collinsville 15-yard line, or 14-yard line. 11.9 seconds left to play, and Collinsville gives up 15 yards on a penalty. Kind of reminiscent of what the Lancers have done over the last 5-6 minutes of this quarter. Vincent back in shotgun. Has a man going into motion. That's Clark. So 3 wide receivers on the right side. Here is the handoff. It goes to Boyd up the middle. And he is met right across the line of scrimmage and runs right into Zay Norton. That'll do it for quarter number 3. Fourth quarter action. That's what we got coming up for you next after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Belleville East High School. We'll switch ends of the field. Fourth quarter action is here. 12 brand new minutes put up on the clock, and Collinsville has an 11-point lead, but Belleville East is threatening.
Yeah, great third quarter for the Cahoks. Outscored them 21-0. Turned this 10-point deficit into an 11-point lead. Got another 12 minutes to go. What's going to happen here?
Well, we're about to find out, sir.
Belleville East entering the red zone here. Cahoks look to get a stop.
Second down and 8 for the Lancers from the Collinsville 19-yard line.
Well, they may have the ball in the wrong spot, or
yeah, it's supposed to be. Looks like it's supposed to be up on the 15-yard line. That's where the down marker is. The original line of scrimmage is where the ball is setting now. Actually, I think they're a yard short of that.
I think the ball should be on the 14.
Yeah, it should be, because that's where it was down at the other end.
Because it was 1st and 10 from the 16. They gained 4. So this should be 2nd and 8 from around the 14. They just spotted the ball in the wrong spot. The chains did their job moving over, but so here we go. We got the ball adjusted.
Pay attention to what we're doing, says the chain gang. We got it right. All right, second down and 8 from the 14-yard line. Vincent in shotgun once again. He sends Desmond Clark into motion. He'll be the slot receiver over on the far side. 2 more over here on the near side, and the lone running back is Brandon Coleman. Coleman stands over the right-hand shoulder of Vincent. Here's the snap. Coleman gets the handoff. He goes up the middle, and with a little leap, he'll be taken down right around the 10-yard line. They're going to spot him down at the 9. So they'll bring up a third down and about 3 to go for a first.
Lots of running room there. He got all the way to 10 before even getting touched. 3rd and 3.
Coleman again, the lone running back, and again, this time they fake the handoff to him. And Vincent, he's going to take off, and he's got some room, and he's in for a touchdown.
Different play there. East hasn't ran just yet. Vincent keeps it. Maybe was going to pitch it out, but he kept it, and this little extra leap there for the last 2 yards gets the touchdown for East, and they climb back into this one 29 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Pending the extra point try, unless they want to go for two. That looks like they're going to be content with a regular extra point try by Grayson Parker. Khalil Waller is the holder. And we await the snap. Snap, hold, kick, good. So the extra point added on. That makes it 21-17 in favor of Collinsville. We have a timeout coming your way, and we'll be back to tell you all about Collinsville's next possession right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you as we get ready for the ensuing kickoff coming up here from Grayson Parker. And back deep, Rogers and McIntyre. Now a line drive that's going to take a bounce. It's going to go right into McIntyre. He'll pick it up and head toward the sideline. He'll step out of bounds right around the 20. And they're going to give it to him at the 22-yard line. So Collinsville will have 78 yards to drive if they want to answer that touchdown by Belleville East. Close game we got going on here, just a 4-point swing. Kahawks lead 21-17. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter, just 33 seconds into the quarter.
Both teams coming off of touchdown drives. The Chaos can't keep this going. Very successful third quarter.
Habermill comes into the game as a tight end. All the way over on the far side of the field is KJ Thorpe's Watt. Now McIntyre goes into motion in the backfield. Pinnell's going to keep it. He goes right forward, and he's got a little bit of room, and he's finally brought down after a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll bring down a 2nd down and 3.
Again, so momentum just going straight up the line there. If he could have seen that hole off to his left a little bit, he could have had gotten additional 6 or 7 yards. It would be 2nd and 3 or 4.
2nd down and 3. Pinnell gets the hand signals from the sideline, comes back to the huddle. He's ready to go. Kahawks break huddle. KJ Thorpe's Watt heads over onto the far side as a wide receiver. And Jalik Nelson over here on the near side. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre puts on the brakes, tries to spin out of one tackle. He does. He gets back up to the line of scrimmage, maybe gained about a half a yard after that. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 2.5.
Habermill lost the front of his guy, Brown, there, and would have gotten a block in the back as McIntyre came away, so that's why he had to let him go there, but McIntyre made the most of it to get about a yard.
McIntyre heads to the sideline. Zay Norton checks back into the game. Clock moving with 10:15 left to go here in this fourth quarter. A very close game. Collinsville breaks huddle. Matt Reynolds is in the slot here on the near side as a wide receiver. Pinnell barks out the signals, hands the ball off to Zay Norton, and he is immediately met, and he'll immediately go down. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 5 now for Collinsville after that loss.
Rulo and Mitchell in there for Belleville East. Sniffs that one out. Tell them not to do anything unsportsmanlike here, and they may get the Kahawks to punt.
Yep. Reynolds will come back out.
The Kahawks do.
McIntyre to punt.
Kahawks do nothing on their possession, following the Belleville East score and don't.
Yeah, the best part of that possession was the first play when Pinnell ran it up the middle for about 8 yards.
Don't run much time off the clock.
9:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Fluker is back at his own 35. High snap. McIntyre bobbles it and does a good job getting rid of it, but he kicks it straight up into the air. And it's going to take a Collinsville bounce, thankfully, and head back to midfield. And it'll be down at the Kahawk 49-yard line.
How is that not roughing the kicker? He was annihilated.
Yeah, Colton Rhodes is pleading his case. McIntyre gets up and he limps a little bit, but he appears to be okay. But yeah, he took a bit of a late hit after he kicked that ball, but that was he barely got that one off. He bobbled, the snap was high, and then he bobbled it for a minute, and then finally got the kick off. But thankfully, the ball took a roll the way it did, or else you're looking at Belleville East probably having the ball on Collinsville's 30.
And if he doesn't get the punt off, they have it inside the 10.
Yep.
Setting up for an easy score to take the lead. So Kahawks all works out for him other than not getting that offensive penalty. I mean, roughing the passer penalty, but
yeah,
defense needs to step up now.
Roughing the kicker, running into the kicker. One of those two things could have been called.
Didn't get that called.
Vincent in shotgun. Here's the snap. He's going to look to pass. Now he steps up. He's still kind of looking to pass, and there's nowhere to throw to. He finally does to Fluker. Fluker gets out of one tackle, and he's finally pushed out of bounds from behind by Michael Tongay. And is that a flag or a towel? I think it's a towel.
Yeah, that's one of the Belleville East players' towel that they're using. I believe the quarterback's as he goes back to retrieve it. So Vincent did everything he could to stay alive there, not go over the line of scrimmage so he could legally pass the ball, and works out for him to gain nearly 20 yards.
Yeah. So a fresh set of downs. Ball at the Collinsville 30-yard line. Vincent in shotgun again. He's going to hand the ball off, and he does so to Brandon Coleman. Coleman had a little bit of room, but a nice little open field shoestring grab of those cleats by Tongay saved any further damage.
Coleman didn't like his first thought to go to the left. The center wasn't much wide open, so he tried to kick it out to the right, and Tongay with his shoestring tackle.
Clock continues to move. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Lancers are on the move, ready to retake the lead. Trying to, at least. Three wide receivers now over on the left side of the formation. Vincent in shotgun. And Fluker is the only wide receiver over here on the near side. He's being watched by Isaiah Gordon. Here's the snap. And Vincent stands in the pocket for a while. Here's the pass, and no good, as both Fluker and McIntyre were in lockstep all the way into the end zone.
Stride for stride with each other there, and as they fall in the end zone, both going out for the ball, and couldn't connect with either of them.
3rd down and 7 now for the Lancers. And
4-down territory for sure.
Oh, yeah. When you're getting this late in the game and you're trailing, that's a given. Especially since there's not enough room to punt and probably too long for a field goal.
And a field goal isn't going to net you anything positive, really. You'll still be down.
Vincent in shotgun once again. 3 wide receivers left, and Vincent's going to keep it, and he's going to go out to the left-hand side. He's looking for some room. He throws the ball, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Tongay, and Collinsville gets the ball back.
Tongay just steps in front of Coleman last second and snatched the ball away.
Sure did.
Vincent, he was going to get swallowed up by 3 Kahawks. Does see Coleman there and was going to connect with Coleman, but Tongay stepped in front of it, and a big interception for the Kahawks.
That's another learning moment there for Mr. Vincent. That's a second time today that he would probably been better off throwing the ball away.
He's elusive and can keep some plays going, but a couple of times that's been a detriment to Belleville East, and another turnover.
Collinsville has already scored off of one Lancers interception. Let's see if they can do it again. Here is Pinnell in shotgun. Two wide receivers over here on the near. KJ Thorpe's Watts over on the far. Who's the running back right now? Is that Nelson?
They're going to have
a little late.
Rome come out here late.
Yeah.
Rome Richardson comes out.
There's a snap. Pennell, he moves, he spins, and he gets about 2 yards out of it. 7:20 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Collinsville right now leading 21-17. Second down and 8 coming up for the K-Hawks.
Deciding who needed to be out there, and might have been supposed to be Matt Reynolds. Rome Richardson was the late arrival.
Jerry Richardson's younger brother.
Yes.
And now we have two wide receivers over here on the near and two on the far. Rogers Parrott over there in the slot next to KJ. Pennell in shotgun. Second down and 8. Rogers comes into motion. Handoff is going to go to McIntyre. McIntyre, well, hop, skip, and a jump through the line of scrimmage, and he'll pick up a good chunk of change there, and that'll bring up a third down and about 3 to go for a first.
Yeah, good positive play there on second down. That's when you get from your running back up 5 or 6 yards, and third manageable here.
That'll bring up third down.
Approaching midfield, 6:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. There is Isaiah Gordon coming out as a wide receiver here on the near side. Two more over on the far side as Zane Norton checks back into the game as the running back. Pennell in shotgun. Rogers Parrott comes into motion. The handoff goes to Norton. He has a first down. He's in the Belleville East territory down to the Lancers' 44-yard line.
He just ran straight up the field there. Got a good block from Caden Hearn there, and first down and more, and the Chaos can work this clock some more here. Belleville East does have all their timeouts here when they're going to maybe need to start using them.
Both teams have their full allotment of timeouts left. Clock continues to run after the first down pickup by Collinsville. You know, Collinsville's in no hurry to snap the ball. They want to chew as much time off the clock as they can.
And you're able to run more time off the clock now. A couple of years since the rule change where you get the 40 seconds after the play clock.
Pennell in shotgun once again. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Here's the snap and a throw over to the sideline, and KJ gets hammered, and that's going to be a penalty. I think he hit him up high, helmet to helmet. Oh. Yeah. I don't know what the call was. See the hand? Okay. Pass interference. How is that pass interference against KJ? He caught the ball, and then he got hit from behind.
And he's shaken up a bit. He'll have to go off. And
wow.
Unless it was on Rogers, who was back behind it there. Maybe he interfered.
I don't know.
Before the ball got out there. Nelson will come out.
Or
come back in as KJ goes out.
Offensive pass interference against Collinsville will set the ball back into their own territory, the 46-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 19 to go for a first down here for Collinsville.
Hadn't seen an OPI yet on this game. And now
why did we pick up the football? They're going to put it up there where the foul was, huh?
Penalty is declined. They're going to take the catch for the loss of 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 12.
All right, so they decline the penalty and take the catch, a 2-yard loss on the play after the catch by KJ. So instead of 1st and 19, it's going to be 2nd down and 12.
Maybe you're kind of working the clock there. I mean, you do have all your timeouts, but 2nd and 12 as opposed to 1st and 19.
4:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Clock continues to move. 2nd down and 12 for Collinsville. Pennell in shotgun, takes the snap, fake handoff. He's going to keep it himself as Pennell. He's got some blocking. He has a move, and he is going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down, and the clock will continue to run. Belleville East might be thinking about using those timeouts now.
Kahok offensive line coming up big here late in this game. They're able to block for their runners.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 after they spot the ball. But the clock continues to move. 4:05 and counting. as Habermill checks back in on offense. Pinnell brings the play from the sideline. Isaiah Gordon breaks out of the huddle and heads over here as the near side wide receiver, while Amari Rogers is in the slot. KJ over on the far side. Zay Norton is the lone running back. And Pinnell, he's going to keep it. He runs, and he gets across the line. First down, Collinsville. Collinsville has enough for a first down, and it'll move the chains. And the clock will continue to run after the chains do move. And the Canucks are going to have the ball on the Lancers' 32-yard line.
Yeah, now Belleville is going to have to start using their timeouts.
They're not, though, are they?
Well, probably after this play, but you're going to have to start to. Great job by Pinnell to stay alive there. Maybe wrapped up a yard short, but falls forward and gets the first down.
So do you do a steady dosage of run plays here? Zay Norton, Ryan McIntyre is the lone running back.
If nothing else, you need him to start burning these timeouts.
Yep. There's a snap. Handoff goes to McIntyre. He tries that right-hand side. He's got some room, heads to the sideline, stops the clock.
And that's the only negative there for the Canucks in that play. A big gain. The only negative is he runs out of bounds and stops the clock. But
gained 8 on the play, so it'll bring up a second down and 2. And the clock stops with 2:59 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Would have liked to have stayed in bounds and start forcing these to take these timeouts.
Yeah.
But you'll take the.
I don't think McIntyre was thinking about that. Because if so, do you do stop short of the sideline, take a knee?
No, it's too hard, even if.
Yeah.
No matter who you are.
Here is Pinnell. He'll take the snap and he'll roll it out to the right side. He'll step it up to the left side. He's got a first down, and he's inside the 15-yard line. They'll take him down at about the 14, and the clock will stop momentarily as they move the chains.
Yeah, so Pinnell working the short side there. That time he's thinking about the clock as he cuts it back in. That's actually a great move here as the Canucks are down inside the 15. And
well, the hometown guy on the clock isn't doing them any favors. He started the clock before the chains were set.
I don't know, whenever the ref signaled for it, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. But, no, still no timeouts for East.
First down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Collinsville poised to score yet again. Right now, they're just wanting to chew up some clock, but if they score while they're doing that, they'll take it. Rogers into motion. Handoff goes to McIntyre. McIntyre gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage. And now we will have a Belleville East timeout call. That is their first timeout here in this fourth quarter. So we'll step aside as well. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Dadu, Chris Kettler back with you from Belleville East High School, and more specifically, Charlie Woodford Field. And Collinsville in business, 2:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Kahawks are up 21-17, trying to close this one out, and they are looking at a second down and 10 with the ball on the Lancers' 14-yard line. So Pinnell in shotgun. And he'll keep the ball. He'll move forward. He'll juke to his right, then to his left. He spins. Flag on the play. And Pinnell has enough, and he's in for a touchdown if it stands.
Flag on the play. Probably will go back. They're
yep,
showing
holding against Collinsville. Yep.
And
well, that's unfortunate, because that touchdown would have pretty much salted this game away.
Yeah, you go up 2 scores with 2 minutes to go. The game would be over, more or less. But
not to be.
Not just yet.
2:06 left on the clock. Ball will be placed all the way back at the 20-yard line. Collinsville can get a first down at the 5-yard line.
So this actually, him scoring was actually a good score for Belleville. Even though the score doesn't count, it does stop the clock. So it was a scoring play, even though it's not a point. So Belleville doesn't have to use their timeout there.
Yep, there's a snap. Pinnell's going to keep it again. He goes up the middle, and he is going to be met at the line of scrimmage, and he'll gain about a yard on the play. And the Lancers are going to call a timeout again, as the clock will stop at 2 minutes exactly. So it's almost like a 2-minute warning here. We're going to keep it right here for this one. And the Lancers are down to 1 timeout left.
I start to wonder about maybe your field goal kicker's range is here. You can get 3. That would be big.
Yeah, it'll put you up by a touchdown.
Be up the whole touchdown.
3rd down and 14 to go for a first down for Collinsville. If they want to try a field goal, you'd like them to get a few more yards under their belt.
You definitely want some kind of positive play here. And get tackled inbounds. Make them use that last timeout. And if you can't get the first down, maybe be in good chance for this field goal if this is within Chance's range.
Yeah. Well, we saw him clank a extra point try off with a crossbar.
Yeah, that was a little bit mixed up play there. They had different holder and Reynolds. I wouldn't hold that one against them.
No. Yeah, because the other 2 extra points were pretty good looking. All right. 3rd down and a long 14 to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Pinnell in shotgun. 2 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. And a handoff, or a shovel to the man in motion. Comes around the left-hand side and gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that will force Belleville East to use their final timeout. So they are out of timeouts with 1:50 left to go on the clock as Collinsville faces a 4th down and about 6 to go for a first down.
Yeah, so that's that play you said was successful a lot last year with Bagwell and Anderson. That's that shovel pass over to Gordon that time. About down at the 9, and they got to get to just on the other side of the 5, basically the 4.
So do you kick a field goal and put the extra points on the board, or do you go for it, and if you don't make it, then you force Belleville East to have to travel 95 yards to score? And they have to score a touchdown. Field goal will do them no good.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you miss the field goal, they would get to bring the ball all the way out to the 20, so that's 11 yards. I mean, granted that the ball does enter the end zone, but more than likely. And this could be a tough angle here from the left hash.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Cats are going for this.
It looks like they are.
So you want...
Well, they can also try to get Belleville East to jump because they only need 4 yards for a first down, and a 5-yard penalty would give them a first down.
Yeah, I don't think you quite need all the 5 yards, so there is that.
Zay Norton is the lone running back. 2 wide receivers on both sides of the formation. Here's the snap. Pinnell rolls out to his right. Now he cuts it up the middle. He's going to throw, and it is incomplete.
It's caught by Rogers, but it ain't going to matter.
No, because he caught it too short of the first down marker. So the Lancers are going to get the ball back, and they're going to get the ball back at their own 7-yard line, so they'll have a long way to go. No timeouts left to use with 1:42 left on the clock.
So the positive of the Cats, they made Belleville East use all their timeouts. They have them buried inside the 10. Yes, they have to go all of 93 yards here, and they have to score a touchdown in a minute 42 with the no timeout. So you just got to get this stop from your defense. Offense came close there.
Had a couple of interceptions by Collinsville's defense. Another one of those would be nice, because you know that Belleville East is going to be throwing the ball. They got a long way to go, and they're not going to get there by constantly running, that's for sure.
And they can't.
All right, Vincent in shotgun, empty backfield. 3 wide receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Vincent back to pass. He throws. It's caught by Fluker. Fluker's got some room, and then he finally gets brought down at the 30-yard line but they are in the field of play, and the clock will start once the chains are set. 1:33 right now. It's stopped. And now it starts. 90 seconds.
Fluker got inside there and had a little extra running room.
And don't give him too much of a cushion here. Here's another throw. Fluker catches it again and hit immediately by Darius Williams.
If we go back to Fluker there, it was a positive.
Why is the clock stopped?
Clock shouldn't be stopped here.
Is there a flag? That's why there's a, okay, there's a flag on the far side. Holding against Belleville East.
You'll take
They're gonna
that.
take that, yeah.
You'll take that because it's all about yardage and
Sure
time.
is. And it's from the spot of the foul, which was at the first down marker pretty much. So that's going to put him back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10 all over again. Now they're gonna mark it off from the line of scrimmage.
Right, this is the new rules here, so it really hurts Belleville East there. That was the reason for the rule, to hurt the offense in this situation there, because they would get the positive yardage here. So this really hurts the offense more in this situation there.
Clock ticks. Vincent back to pass. He's looking. He is almost
Kohler
taken
had
down.
him wrapped up.
And now a throw, almost intercepted by Chase Reynolds. If he would have held on to that ball, game over.
Kohler had Vincent wrapped up.
I know.
Didn't finish the sack, and then the ball is in and out of the hands of Reynolds. And that would have sealed the deal for the Kahawks.
Clock stopped with 1:09 left to play here in this fourth quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and 20 to go for the Lancers. A couple of things that could have happened during that whole series was 1, a quarterback sack, and 2, an interception. Neither one happened.
You would have liked the sack because not only lost the yardage, but the time keeps going.
Yep.
But the interception would have been really even more nice.
There's Vincent. He throws it down the middle. He's got Jones. Jones trying to put on some moves. He gets around one tackler, gets around another tackler, and Collinsville, they fall down, and then trying to put on the brakes was Jones, and when he did, he kind of stuck his cleat into the turf, and down he went at the 25-yard line. He did not get out of bounds, so as soon as they set down the chains, the clock will start running again. Right now it sits at 56.4 seconds left. And the clock starts.
He's going to opt for spiking the ball here. They could call the play. Now they're...
Referee told him to start the clock. That's what they were doing. Now Collinsville calls a timeout.
Okay, Collinsville calls timeout.
49.8 seconds left on the clock now. Lancers were yelling for the clock to not even be started yet.
But the clock can start. They don't even actually have to wait for the chains to actually be set. It just needs to be imminent, and the referee can continue the play, wind the clock at that situation. So East doesn't really have any argument there, as long as they have decided that we're ready to go.
So they're going to put the clock back to 56 seconds instead of the 49. And remember, Belleville East has to score a touchdown. A field goal does them no good, but boy, they're a lot closer now after that big run there by Keithan Jones after the catch.
Yaks just trying to contain there, and Jones caught it in the middle and got to the outside a bit. A lot of extra yards. Big play after the Cowks nearly had the interception that would have sealed the deal.
I think Vincent's hurt.
He's been playing hurt nearly all game.
Yeah.
He's hobbling around. Missed a few plays much earlier. Doing a good job when he's hurt.
Vincent back to pass. He is looking. Now he's going to roll out to his left. He's got all kinds of problems. Takes the catch. Nope. Throws it to the sideline, and he was either trying to throw it away or he was trying to connect over there with Khalil Waller. He almost did both.
Yeah, Waller just kind of comes back to it, so Vincent's just trying to chuck it away, which you're allowed to do now after the rule change last year. Gets outside the pocket, but Waller comes back to it anyway.
Well, that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ineligible man downfield against the Lancers. I didn't even see the flag on the field, but that's exactly what they call.
So, yeah, so that's Vincent trying to keep the play going. Someone who's ineligible gets upfield there, and once he throws the ball, trying to throw it away, that makes that a penalty.
5-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st down and 15. Replay the down. Set the ball back at the 30-yard line. And Vincent in shotgun once again. 3 wide receivers on the near. Waller's on the far side. Here's the snap. Vincent back to pass. He looks, he throws, and he overthrows everyone. That'll stop the clock with 40.8 seconds to go, and it'll bring up a second down and 15.
Coverage by Pennell, but the ball was overthrown. Second down, plenty of time for East. No timeouts. They're going to keep passing.
Yeah, running does them no good because they'll most likely be in the field and they wouldn't be able to stop the clock. So Vincent in shotgun once again. Waller lines up as the lone wide out on the far side. 3 more stacked up over here on the near side. Vincent takes the snap. Goes back to pass. Rolls out to his right. He's looking. He's throwing, and it's dropped right into the hands of Fluker, and he drops it.
Yeah, more drops for East. Fluker took a bit of a hit, didn't like it. Wants the call, but you can't expect the defender to let up there and expect him to drop it. That's not going to be a call. Third down.
Third down and 16. 34.5 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter.
Cats are doing a good job of keeping East out of the end zone. They're looking more in the middle of the field, which has been kind of their bread and butter. But
now they'll switch and put the 3 wide receivers on the left side of the formation. Waller over here on the near side. Vincent back to pass. He'll throw one down the middle. Oh, and it's caught in for a touchdown. Justin Spears. And with 29.2 seconds left, a 16-yard touchdown pass gives the Lancers back the lead.
Tough break for the Kahawks there. One big play got them all the way up there for the Lancers. With the drop ball just before that, the Cavs could have sealed the deal. On their offensive possession, they're 3 yards short. Belleville East pulls this one out late. The Cavs will have 2 timeouts and 29 seconds for a late game miracle.
Yeah.
After this extra point.
Extra point try by Grayson here. Waller to hold. There's the snap. Ball down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So Collinsville has some work to do, and not a lot of time to do it. They're down by 3. They need a tying field goal. They needed 2 more stops, did the Kahawks, to wrap that one up. And on 3rd and 16, they gave up the big 16-yard pass. Collinsville has 2 timeouts left, 29.2 seconds left. We'll see how Belleville East wants to play this kickoff. As once in the first half, we thought they were going to kick it deep, and they end up kicking a little squibber at midfield. You got to kick it deep here, don't you?
Well, Belleville East goes
93 yards.
93 yards in about a minute and a half with no timeouts.
Yeah. Man, oh man. 21 unanswered points in the third quarter, but Collinsville can't score in the fourth. And then they give up a heartbreaking touchdown here with just a half a minute left. Grayson to kickoff. McIntyre and Rogers deep. He'll kick one. It's short, and it's going to go. Uh-oh. McIntyre has to jump on it. He does so at the 20, and that'll take us down to 25.6 seconds left to go. And Collinsville will have to travel 75 yards in that amount of time with 2 timeouts left. Well, time to pull out the bag of tricks.
Just get some positive plays here and use your timeouts for these first couple. Get the ball up the field and see where you end up.
Well, we'll see what they have. Secondary is going to play a loose coverage spot back here. They don't want to give up anything big. Pennell in shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Low snap. Pennell rolls out to his right, steps up, and steps right into a tackle.
Cowboys will call timeout. That was big loss there, and not sure what you have for 90 yards back.
There am I. All right. Timeout coming up. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. It's been a whale of a game. It's been very entertaining after a 3.5-hour rain delay. After a delay because of the extreme heat yesterday, forced us into a Saturday morning start. It's been fun. It's been a long day, though, that's for sure. Here's the snap. Pinnell back to pass. Rolls out to his right. Steps up, and he's going to go down again. And that is almost going to put the nail in the coffin. Collinsville stops the clock with 9.6 seconds to play.
Interesting that a flag comes out here, so this goes against the East. At least some glimmer of hope for Collinsville.
Yeah. You have to throw a Hail Mary about 40 yards down, hope that you can catch the ball and run the rest of the way.
It is another unsportsmanlike on East. 2 of those have cost them big, and we'll see what this proves to do.
So, Collinsville will get the ball in the 24-yard line, so that helps a little bit. 9.6 seconds to go. And Collinsville still has that one timeout left. Now they use it.
Oh, they've used it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you do here.
I don't know either. Just throw up a Hail Mary. That's about the only thing you can do.
If you can get a play up the field to about midfield and get out of bounds in about 6 or 7 seconds and have a second or 2 left, that's probably the best you can hope for.
Yep. Collinsville down 10-0 after the first half. 21 straight points in the third quarter to give them an 11-point lead. And then Belleville East comes back with a touchdown run by Vincent to make it 21-17, and then that touchdown catch to make it 24-21.
That extra point or field goal they got just before the end of the half.
Yep, that's big now, isn't it?
It's the difference.
Sure is.
That field goal. Kahok's just a few yards short from getting that final first down that would have sealed the deal, and the
almost had an interception. Almost sacked the quarterback.
So close there.
I know. It's a game of almosts.
Almost.
All right, this might be the final play of the game here, maybe. Second down and 5 for Collinsville. Pinnell in shotgun, 3 wide receivers near, 1 far, and they throw it to KJ, and he can't hold on to it. 5.7 seconds left. Third down and 5 coming up.
This will probably be the final play.
Well, he threw the ball just across the place he needed to get the first down marker. I'm guessing that the plan was to have KJ catch the ball and then maybe take a couple of steps forward and then out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, maybe just see if there's anything there. Maybe he could have busted one.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, get out of bounds. But
he's being covered by Carmelo Patton over there on the far side is KJ. There's a third down and 5 play by Pinnell. He'll step up, and he is surveying the field. He's got plenty of room. He'll head back the other way. Zay Norton is wide open in the middle of the field. Pinnell still scrambling. He'll toss one up for grabs here, and that's going to do it. Clock runs down to zeros. That's the final score. Collinsville, a valiant effort by the Kahawks, but they end up just coming short, and Collinsville loses by a final score of 24-21. Time for the postgame show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew invite you to come in and let them give you the possibility of a high-quality life through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or call 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Collinsville loses this one, a tough one, 24-21. We're back to wrap it up in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Softwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT Softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville dropping a heartbreaker here today, 24-21. Joining us now on the other microphone, assistant coach Drew Cordes. That's a tough pill to swallow there, Coach.
It's definitely a tough pill to swallow. We'd rather swallow in week 1 than week 10. We're going to find ways to learn from this game. I think we should have won this game. It was a little sloppy early, but that's going to happen. I mean, we only had 2 returning starters on offense, and it took us a while to kind of get that momentum. We come out halftime, we're really starting to do what we're supposed to do, and it was a great football game by both sides. Both sides, we made a lot of mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes that could have helped us out, and sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way.
Yeah, and down here toward the end of this game, man, you had 1 or 2 possibilities there. You almost sacked the quarterback. That probably would have clinched things, and then you almost had the interception, and both of those things didn't happen, and that allowed Belleville East to stay alive.
Yep, and it kind of just goes back to, that's week 1. At week 10, I don't think we're going to make that mistake. If we have a chance to put the game away, we're going to catch that interception. We're going to make that tackle. We're going to score that touchdown. So we got to just find ways to overcome that. Like I said, we've got a lot of new starters, a lot of new guys going both ways of the ball that haven't done that before. They've been either rolling in on defense, offense, whatever, just as a sub, and now we're telling them to not only play 1 starting role, they're playing 2. And in this kind of a heat, humidity, everything, it was tough. You could tell that the elements were playing a big part of our game. We weren't as deep as we needed to be when substitutions, and it just kind of caught up to us right at the end there.
3.5-hour rain delay doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. I think that's part of the reason why we came out kind of slow. You sit in that cold cafeteria after getting rained on for 20 minutes during warm-ups, and then you go sit in there and just kind of muscles tighten up. You get cold. You're not really ready to go. I think it just took us a little bit longer to get going in that first half. But halftime we came out, we're obviously going to look at a lot of that third quarter because that third quarter was all Kahawks, and we just got to make sure that first, second, and fourth quarter go the same way the third quarter does every game.
What's going to be the focus on practice leading up to the game at Centralia?
And we're just going to find out what we can do to get better. Both sides of the ball, we're going to obviously work on communication on the defense. We're going to work on making sure we're doing our jobs, only our jobs, not trying to do too much out there. Stay with the basics, keep building on what we did good, and correct the tiny mistakes that didn't go our way today.
Thanks for the visit, Coach.
All right,
we'll see you next week.
Yep.
All right, Drew Cordes, assistant head coach for your Collinsville Kahawks, as they drop a tough one here this afternoon by a final score of 24-21. Final thoughts coming up here for Mr. Chris Kettler, and little things to work on, but there were some bright spots today too.
Yeah, definitely some bright spots there. The offense got rolling there in the third quarter, and also they moved well there in the fourth quarter and almost got that final score, the final first down, or it could have been a score to win it. You got to put together a complete game. I believe Coach touched on that. Different problems here getting going here in the first half, and you got to play a full game, not just one quarter or two quarters. Kahawks will build on this. This is one of them games you say, hey, it's a tough loss, but maybe we learn something, and they'll get it going here this week in practice before we go to Centralia.
All right, man. Little road trip to Centralia. See you then.
Yeah, pick me up.
All right, I will. All right, that is Chris Kettler. My name is Todd Duke. With a little bit of a light week for you next week, so to speak. We were initially planning on doing the volleyball game Monday against Altoff, but we are going to be helping the Kahok Broadcasting Club students get on the air for their first junior varsity football game coming up Monday night at 6 o'clock against Belleville East Junior Varsity. So I'm going to be up in the booth helping them get on the air. And so that means we have a light schedule next week. Tuesday at home, we have boys soccer against Edwardsville. And then Friday, we will be at Centralia for that football game. For everybody involved, big thank you to Coach Colton Rhodes joining us in the pregame show. Coach Drew Cordes joining us in the postgame show. Big thank you again to my partner over here in Chris Kettler. My name is Todd Duke. And until next week, everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your weekend.